with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes for Phil to fill with so much time to kill. He promised Char that all he does instead is beg and shell. The stream's online and straight away begins to wane, but all is fine as long as Char's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to enjoy, like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran through to feel so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His support is also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Most victims across the board we charge the war because the score can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch it creep, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machine. He's not in burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if Andrew fans chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and slaps his leg before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of Clawless Cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that tits done well and they were right. With drama he will react, but as an actor it's a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Pre-stream's nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Monday the 2nd of June 2025. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed, and I hope you're enjoying your week so far. You know it's only Monday, it's the start of a brand new week of course, and yeah, I hope you're all doing fine and dandy and all that jazz. Big ups to Brad Burning for the 20 months, thank you for 20 months saying money, yeah. And speaking of money, yeah, thanks Brad, by the way, I appreciate that of course. So speaking of money, yeah. Look who's been wailing away like crazy in fucking WWE Champions. The latest update from TJ Gamebox has got Phil spending at least $1,365. Despite all expenditure, Phil was only 10. All that wailing, all that spending, and he's only fucking 10 in the lists. So not very impressive, Phil. You need to start wailing a whole lot more. Maybe ask Thomas to fucking send you another $1,600 so you can piss it away in the fucking drain once again. Phil making absolute most of having tip money for once, you know what I mean? Well, bear in mind also, support Phil gets lately, within the last few months, he's also combining everything, super chats, memberships, you know. Also that, as a result of that, it means he doesn't have as much disposable income as usual, because he doesn't get as much tip money as usual. Now, of course, Kick supports kind of counters that to a certain degree, because he gets paid by them like every few days and all that shit, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So, but still though, you know what I mean? He's definitely fucking behind. Like, you know, he's definitely not... He's basically essentially having to get used to the fact that he's not going to be swimming in $150 in PayPal contributions every fucking day. You know, tips are certainly gone downhill massively ever since Phil kind of, you know, invited everyone to support in whatever way possible to hit fucking goals. So that's why I don't see as much WWE Champions wailing as before. But also Phil was given $1,600 as a tip, so therefore he is back to wailing away massively on the fucking game. Some things never fucking change. Also, Phil said this on the podcast yesterday, and I kind of missed it, you know. So Paul's Pass describes it as, you know, the pre-begs for support are out of control today. He's now scheduling when you should support him during his schedules.
On Friday is Summer Game Fest. Summer Game Fest is 2 p.m. Pacific time. What I'm going to do on Friday is skip a podcast, stream just gameplay in the morning. Hopefully during that time frame when I'm streaming gameplay, I'll get some support. So then when I live react to the Summer Game Fest, I'll have enough support to hit a goal rather than worry that, oh, Summer Game Fest started and now I get no support. Okay?
Yeah. He's literally trying to tell his audience when to give him fucking money.
So that's going to happen on Friday.
Fucking hooray for that, you know. Friday's gonna be fucking awful. Friday is gonna be a fucking bollock torture. I can tell you that right now. Hey, we got wee happy feet in the fucking chat. Big ups Lord Diaz, hope you're doing well, pal. Also, yeah, I sent a wee tweet. I sent a wee tweet to Thomas McDonald. Where are you? Yeah, here we go. So Phil's whale from a few days ago, Thomas McDonald, he has a Twitter account. The Twitter account is the same username as his YouTube account. AR2V2 or not shit. So I went and tweeted him, you know, I don't know if he'll ever see it. You know what I mean? But fuck it, I just wanted to let him know, well done to Thomas. You gave DSP thousands of dollars only for him to immediately squander it away on his gacha gaming addiction. One could argue enablers like Thomas do far more harm to Phil than the mentally ill detractors ever have. Make of that what you will. Obviously, I'm not fucking pretending if I can care about DSP, don't get me fucking wrong. But I think his audience and his enablers, you know what I mean? Like, we've been telling his audience what Phil does with all the fucking money. And he doesn't give a shit. You know, no, his fans don't give a fucking shit. You know, I mean, some of them anyway. So yeah, like, we've warned them all. If Phil was being WNBA champions, and Phil kept saying, no, 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 it's not me. And then lo and behold, oh yes, it was. The detractors were right all along. Oh well, give me money. You know, we told them all where the fucking money was going. Also, by the way, Branddude live streaming for the first time in a while. If you feel free to pop by Branddude's stream and give him a wee like and say hi to Branddude if you want to. You know, yes, I had a wee like button as well. You know, streaming also. Branddude not been live streaming for a wee while, but he's back to live streaming, so he'll be live streaming illegally as well. Bill's content for today, in case people want a little change of pace. Of course, I'll be here doing bingo. You know what I mean? So if people want to stick around for bingo, of course, you're more than welcome to stick around and enjoy the show. But you guys have options, you know what I mean? So I'm always happy to share options with you guys. And Branddude, it's been a wee while since he live streamed Phil shenanigans, you know what I mean? So there you go, big ups to Branddude for that. So yeah, Phil is still not here. There is still no sign of the bad man. And I love, look at the fucking chat, look at Phil's chat on YouTube here, you know? Piper is crying and whining. I just want this game to end, not gonna lie. Great game though. So Piper is absolutely hating the fucking playthrough. Can't stand the fucking playthrough. But thinks the game's fucking fantastic. How does... So the game is fantastic on its own, but Phil touching the game is bad. You'd think these fucking people would learn by now that Phil is the you know, playthrough is bad because of Phil, not because of the game. But fuck it, you know, they'll never fucking learn against these fucking deadheads. Fuck it. But yeah, anyway, while we wait for Phil to turn up to his own fucking stream and start, oh, he's awake, he's awake now, fucking hurry for that, you know. While we wait for that to fucking start, we'll enjoy my Montage compilation here. 45-year-old streamer rages hard in the Elden Ring Night Rain after teammates abandon him for being so trash.
No, Marcellus, why are we down here, dude? Are you kidding? Why did we do this? This is brain dead stupid. And the wall is coming. Why the did he do that? What an idiot. And I lost 60,000 runes because of this guy. I don't want to play this. This guy's idiots. This is a joke. This is stupid as I want you to understand something. This literally is a situation where I'm in dire financial straits, and if this stands where I'm going to be making half as less money on YouTube as I ever did before, starting now, I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to have all my shit reclaimed. You know, credit card bills are going to go default. I'm probably going to have to declare bankruptcy. I'm going to lose everything.
Spoiler alert, Phil did not lose everything, but he did have to declare bankruptcy. And it's funny ask that Rain Lemur, you know what I mean? Rain Lemur says half is less. What does that even mean? I made a boring video ages ago, like fucking years ago, trying to break down how much Phil made back in the fucking day because Phil kept fucking changing his fucking language about the money he made, you know? And actually, I might still have a spreadsheet. I might still have a fucking boring spreadsheet I fucking made for it. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me see if I can find my wee fucking spreadsheet I made for it fucking ages ago. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. I have a fucking spreadsheet on Google Docs, and it's called the "So how much did that idiot actually make back in the day" spreadsheet. And Phil, you know, we actually fucking, because of the tips tracker, you know what I mean? We knew how much Phil made on average while on YouTube, you know, on 2020, you know, between 2020 and 2021. And Phil's language has always kind of been about where he made a 7th, and then sometimes he made an 8th, and sometimes a 9th. Like Phil's language has always been quite fucking bizarre when he's describing about how much money he made back in the day compared to, like, you know, 2020 onwards, you know? And he was never specific about it, you know what I mean? So obviously, if Phil was making this a month on YouTube, and that's only a 7th of what I used to fucking make on YouTube, then also just multiply that some bitch by 7, and you get 146,000 a year just on YouTube alone. If Phil used to, you know, is only making an 8th, also it goes up to 167, and if it's a 9th, it goes up to 188,000 a year. As I made a fucking video on it, you know, ages ago. In typical fashion, it wasn't a very fucking well done video, you know what I mean? Just fucking me rambling away like fucking crazy, showing a couple of Phil clips, you know. But yeah, Phil's spending.
Dog, what's up?
But yeah, Phil's always been quite ambiguous though with how much he fucking made back in the fucking day, and it's probably on purpose just to fucking, you know, not seem like a complete idiot for blowing all that fucking money. Well, thank you to Twilight Miracle for the super chat, and it says teaspoons extra salt today. Good times, fantastic. Yeah, I agree. Good times indeed. Let me get some spoons for you. Yeah, let me get some tea for you as well.
Tea, 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 tea. Tea.
So yeah, there we go. Phil is in his chat. Nothing's happening in his fucking chat. He said good morning all, and you know, like 4 people fucking responded. Wow, that fucking shit's popping off like crazy. Let's get back to the compilation. All Phil raging in Elden Ring.
The Gaping Dragon is Dark Souls 1. We already fought it. Someone didn't skip. No one skipped. Why didn't you skip? Same intro. Is it original? An original boss? Oh, we fight it in the same arena? Oh, I didn't realize we fight them all in the same arena. That's what it is. It's just a regular enemy that they turned into a boss. Boss. I'm trying to target El Pepe, they won't let me. I can't target him. The game would not let me change my targeting at all. Now I'm down. I couldn't move. Help! Nice, took a chunk off on there. Oh shit! The graphics fucked up. Oh no, what the fuck? What was that? Well, the graphics froze as he did electricity and I couldn't do anything. I literally couldn't react because the game froze. That's not good.
Let me do it for you.
Hold on. Prophet's saying there's a new Elden... So, apparently there's a new viral video of Phil playing Elden Ring. And it's, you know, badly. Apparently it's popped off on Twitter. It's like 500k views. Prophet's going to try and find it. Till I find it, let's just, you know, keep watching by. Prophet's going to try and find it for us.
Oh my god, he grabbed me from that fucking bar? That's insane. Yo. That is wild. He grabbed me from the entire arena away. Thank you. Holy shit. What the fuck? Again? Yo, how is that fair? I just revived and he hit a fucking thing I couldn't do anything about. I can't select it. Look, I want to target him. They won't let me select it. Dude, this is ridiculous. I can't get out of the way. I can't. This is stupid.
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
This is fucking dumb, man. You can't, yeah, we're done. You can't get out of the way. Like, literally, it's so nonsensical. He's hitting us from the entire arena away. You dodge, and it doesn't work because the fucking lag. He's freezing the graphics and shit.
Would that not be an issue with your computer then, Phil?
There's no way I'm reviving. It's unplayable. Actually, this boss fucks the game up.
Oh,
Boss.
stop whining about it because it's just in there and, you know, the game is designed for bullshit. Call it what it is. Terrible.
Because when he moves, I try to dodge and he hit me anyway, and then the game froze when he did electricity.
So, I'll say, it's not exactly a computer issue, but more like Phil's settings are fucking not optimized effectively for the game to stop doing that. So, if it's freezing up for him, either it's some sort of fucking network issue with like multiplayer, or it's just him not playing at the most optimal settings on his computer.
I got downed multiple times by his electric attack when I was trying to dodge it. It doesn't work. So, that was fucking stupid. Why did it freeze when he attacked? Excuse me. From someone who says, Happy Pride Month, and I hope you have a wonderful day. You as well, and thank you for the support. I appreciate that. Thanks for the $5. You as well, and oh, who will we face this from?
Apparently, there was a quote from Phil yesterday where he said he and his wife don't celebrate Pride Month because they're both straight. Yeah.
Ah, we have a more well-rounded team this time. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know why this guy got lost. Marcellus or whatever. He got lost and didn't get to come to the fight. He must not have understood what was happening. No, Marcellus, why are we down here, dude?
Why did you follow him off a fucking cliff, you dumb bastard? Robert says check your DMs, it's nearly 800,000 now. Hold on. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. Here we fucking go here. Holy shit, yeah, 18,000 likes. Over 1,000 retweets. How have I fucking missed this shit? Let me just fucking quick, hit like and retweet. So yeah, how did I fucking miss this?
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it's Margo. Bill Owen, they call him, though. There he goes. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. He got me. I'm gonna die. Yup. There was nothing I could do. He caught me in his stupid poison.
Nothing I could do.
Pushed me into the fire. There was nothing I could do. Oh shit! I'm dead. I couldn't do anything. He knocked me down. I got up and I was in lava. Damn, that sucked. I have no heals.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Who was responsible for this fucking shit post 2049?
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that.
Jesus, man. Well, when was this uploaded? A day ago. So Phil was going to bitch and whine and moan. I'm going to guarantee you, Phil was going to bitch and whine and moan about this. Without a shadow of a doubt in my fucking mind. He is going to be ultra salty about it. What's he fucking saying here? Hold on. What's he saying down in his fucking chat? Hold on 2 seconds. What's he saying here? Blah blah blah. So what's he saying in his chat? Ian S already wailing away a £5 super chat.
One of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right.
Did you see the 007 game teaser that IO posted? Phil's like, yeah, I'm aware, but no reason to talk about it in depth since it's obvious it'll be revealed at Summer Game Fest on Friday. Well, his chat have been banned from talking about this fucking subject because it means that Phil can't talk about it. It's Summer Games Fest. Then Ian S fucking wailed early on. And somebody's fucking, so what was he saying? I'm already at the point that I need a reliable team. The real final bosses are serious business to tackle and randos aren't cutting it. Well, immediately blaming his teammates for his own inadequacies and all that shit. If only Phil could invite his fucking loyal dentheads to play with him in these fucking gaming sessions. Shame. FYI, still no community stream options, so no channel points yet. And yes, they've removed my ability to gift free memberships entirely. How nice of them. Like, you fucking cared, Phil. It has it on DSP Reacts, but not on DSP Gaming. That's fucking hilarious. Phil barely uses fucking DSP Reacts. Just like I had the ability to like super chats for ages and just got it here a few months ago. No idea why my longest running channel used daily for business gets features later. What a fucking entitled bitch. Cry harder. Oh wait, it's fucking, wait, there's more rant and raving. I thought that was it. Hold on, there's a lot more. Demon has always taken a back seat here, which makes no sense, as technically it's the best place on the entire internet to stream quality lies. Twitch is just starting to allow people to stream at a higher bitrate, and you have to apply for the feature. Keep in mind, 1080p has been standard for like 7 years. And has been gold went to kick. And Phil, of course, is mocking Admin Goldrat. He chose Kick because of the money. Make no mistake there. So as a person, says Phil Burnell, he also went to Kick primarily for money. Kick is incredibly lucrative if you have a fan base for it. Oh, Phil's very popular these days. Surely he's got a fan base for it. Oh hell, so what's he fucking saying now? Kick's incredibly lucrative if you have a fucking fan base for it, and that's it. That's all Phil's bitching about in the morning in his coping in his chat today. So it's just basically him fucking salty about fucking not having the newest YouTube chat feature on his channel yet, and being jealous that Asmongold has fans.
Are you kidding? Why did we do this? This was brain dead stupid.
You literally followed him off a cliff yourself. Like, you watch someone jump off a cliff and you follow them, and then you question why they're stupid. Well, why weren't you thinking? You just followed them blindly, rather than thinking for yourself.
We don't have any flasks. Oh my god, why are we down here? Well, he's going this way. I don't know where he is. Where did he go? Look, is he below me? I don't know where the fuck he went. So now I'm gonna get lost again, because I don't know what I'm doing. And the wall is coming. Why the fuck did he do that? What an idiot. Nah, this was really dumb. Look, now the wall's coming and I can't do anything. Why did they do this? Man, this is pissing me off. Why did he come down here? What an asshole.
Why'd you do that, Phil?
So now I'm not gonna get the reward, and I lose a level. Thanks a lot. And I lost 60,000 fucking runes because of this guy.
Who fucking cares?
Because he decided that we should go there. What an idiot. Seriously, like, that pisses me off. Fair, I'm thinking the guy knows what he's doing. No, he's just a dunce. He jumped down there for no reason. And now I'm still stuck. Like, I still don't know where I'm supposed to
So they jumped down there for no reason. Why did you jump down there, Phil?
go. I guess they teleported me to the boss, yeah. Boss. I lost all the runes for fighting the augur. Great. All because they didn't go to a point of grace. He jumped into the lava. Wow. Again, you know, I'm just following them because I'm thinking they know better. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess not.
So rather than think for yourself, you were relying on your teammates to carry you the entire fucking time. Wow, that's a fucking fine strategy there for a fucking content creator to fucking do. Imagine watching a content creator offer nothing whatsoever and just hoping to fucking rely on their teammates to carry them fucking through the entire fucking thing. But I'm not going to think. I'm just going to let these guys carry me the whole way, and I'll just try and get a wee hit now and again and sit back while they fucking do most of the legwork for me. Wow, what an entertaining content creator Phil Burnell is, isn't he? Well, he really values his audience's fucking time, doesn't he?
I make mistakes. I'm a fallible human. But most of the things that happen to me, I didn't do anything wrong. What did I do wrong? Nothing. Zero.
What the fuck? The Tibia Mariner? So many enemies. Oh, that's not good. Came from off the screen. Wow. This enemy literally spawned behind me and killed me from behind.
You were moonwalking with your, you know, without looking where you're fucking going, where your teammates are all the way over there.
This is a weird boss. Tibia Mariner is insane health. We're all wailing on him, he's barely losing any health. No, what sucks is losing the 60,000. I mean, that would have been like 2 extra levels. Now I'm only level 5. I would have been like level 7.
Who fucking cares?
That is awful. Alright, hopefully they don't tell us to go back to the goddamn flame and I lose another 60,000. Oh, don't tell me they want to... Oh, we don't have to fight the chariots. Chariots are ass. Oh my god, he wants to fight the chariots. They suck. They're such an annoying thing and they take forever to kill. I can't even run. For some reason, I stopped running.
Hold on a fucking second. Hold on a fucking second.
They take forever to kill.
What is up with this fucking choppy ass frame right here? What, that fucking movement there? of this fucking chariot thing. Like, what the fuck happened there? Just jumping and skipping it in fucking places, like, what? I assume that's just also the perils of online play, but that looked a bit fucking weird. It was kind of stuttering along like that.
They suck. They're such an annoying thing and they take forever to kill. I can't even run. For some reason, I stopped running. I never told him to stop. I can't move. I'm stun locked. Look, there's nothing I can do. I was stun locked. They never would let me move or nothing. I was just kept getting hit. These are awful. Like, I think these are actually legit the worst mini bosses to fight. Wow. So you have to kill 3, and they're all glitchy. Like, every time you fight them, it's glitchy because it's online. So you can't fight them legit. It's just stupid. They don't even give you a good reward either. Where's the point of grace? We killed the boss, and no point of grace appeared like it was supposed to. So I can't level. Yeah, there's supposed to be a point of grace every time you kill a mini boss. It didn't appear. Boss. What happened? Whatever, let's keep playing. I don't know. Hopefully we find one. I don't lose another 60,000 souls, because that's going to blow. Now we got a mini boss, and I haven't leveled. Are you kidding? I couldn't roll. I'm telling you, like, playing online, it's getting worse, like, now, because there's less people, because we're in the other bosses rather than the intro boss. I'm doing stuff timed, and it doesn't come out. It's, like, massive delay. But I can't even do nothing right now. I was frozen in place again, see? That's not good. I was far enough away. Again, oh, finally, actually did let me dodge that time. What? I'm not even near him. That's it. I'm losing another 50,000 fucking runes. They left. They left because the wall started coming. I lose, dude. I don't want to play this. These guys are fucking idiots. Seriously. So they left me, and now I lose my runes. So I've lost 110,000 runes, and I'm still at level 5 because of these two dunces. This is the worst team I've played with so far. And there's no way to get back my fucking runes, so I'm fucked. Level 5 for the end of the second fucking boss. What an idiot.
Boss. It's true, he's a dumb shit. You really?
Oh, Phil's going live apparently. I'll just make sure we catch him. Oh shit, we have good time. So cheers Sonic for letting us know. The bad man is going live. We'll put him on pause and we'll build up some speed up juice while we enjoy the rest of his compilation. Let's just put him on pause right fucking there we go. Make sure the quality's on 1080p, make sure the speed is on 1.5, can't you fucking forget about that of course. 1.5 is essential for watching Phil in any capacity these days because he's just so goddamn boring, and when you fucking listen to him at normal speed he sounds incredibly fucking drunk, which he probably fucking is.
It really is.
Yeah, I'm not happy if you can't tell because this is a waste of time. There's no way we can complete the run when I'm going to be level 5. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to deal any damage to anything. We wasted so much time fighting the stupid fucking chariot dudes, which are a complete waste of everyone's time. They never give good rewards, they don't give good runes, and then there was no point of grace next to them, so I couldn't level up. Basically, you definitely need to be teamed up with people who know what they're doing. If you don't, you have no chance. So they're apparently...
So Phil, you declared yourself an Elden Ring expert. I'm pretty sure that when you fucking played Elden Ring before, you declared yourself a master of the fucking game, that you're a fucking expert in the fucking game, so why can't you carry your teammates? You're meant to be the fucking expert in this shit. You declared yourself a fucking expert in Elden Ring, and here you are, absolutely fucking useless because you're expecting your teammates to carry you throughout the entire fucking thing because you put zero fucking effort into shit. Because you can't jump R2 spam. You gotta wait for this fucking DLC.
Running to an underground boss they want to fight. Boss. Woohoo! I'm level 5 now. Seriously, I'm level 5, and we're gonna be at the end. Dr. Oink, thanks for the super chat. No, I'm not reading any contributions until the end of the run because I have to pay attention, although I feel like this run is already a waste. Like, there's absolutely no way we're gonna win when I'm only level 5.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
Exactly, John. He says, I beat the first boss earlier today. Seems like you gotta luck out. Depends on, you know, who's on your team and how the run goes. I mean, yeah, definitely there's going to be a lot of randomness and luck factor involved. You need to have competent teammates who know what they're doing and don't abandon you like these idiots did. One guy led me into the lava, which was instant death, and then the other guy abandoned me during a boss fight.
Led you to the fucking lava. You willingly followed him into the fucking lava. He didn't fucking have you on some sort of fucking leash like a fucking Minecraft fucking animal being led to a fucking pen. No. You willingly followed them of your own volition. Also,
Boss! And I lose all my shit. What the fuck was that?
thank God he knows what he's doing. Wonder why his teammates will get blamed for that. I need to see that again. What? Did Phil fuck up here? Or is the game just being cruel to him? What happened here? I need a big explanation for this. I don't play this game, so I got no idea.
What the fuck was that? I can't even hurt these enemies. Because I'm so low level, I can't hurt enemies. I can use the regular bow. Why is my bow so weak, Crackerjacks? Because I died multiple times during the run and couldn't revive and lost all my souls. So basically I wasn't able to find good loot this run at all. I have crappy loot and I'm only level 6. I should be like level 10, level 12, and I'm level 6.
Who
So
fucking
I don't know how on
cares?
earth we're beating this boss. Boss. Why is this guy coming after me? The fuck are you fighting me? Where's my teammates? It's a scorpion. It's a scorpion with no tail. See, if I was like level 12, I'd be doing crazy good damage to this thing. I'm basically what I'm supposed to fight. I'm supposed to fight Mothra while they fight the scorpion, but I'm too low level because they kept fucking abandoning me. So I can't hurt this thing. I'm trying my best.
You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding!
I did 417 damage right there. That was it. That was the ultimate attack. I did 400 damage. This is gonna take like an hour to win. I don't know how we could possibly win this. Whoa. Oh, come on. I used an item to get rid of the poison and it hits me with a fucking sniper shot. That's ridiculous. Not enough stamina to do this. Oh my god, I don't even know what just hit me. The scorpion hit me with something I've never seen. I'm trying not to aggro the scorpion, but... $417 damage. I can't roll, dude. It's so delayed, it didn't roll. Are you kidding? No roll that whole fucking time.
Who fucking cares?
Wow. Well, we're fucked. Look, it's, oh my god, yo, massive delay. This sucks. Oh my god, they fused into a boss. Well, I can't revive you guys, we're done. They fused into one boss now. Damn. Well, at least we got to see it. It's two, it's a moth and a scorpion, and then they fuse into one boss at the end. Well, I mean, to be frank, we probably could have won that if I didn't start it at level 6. If I was like level 12 and doing serious damage to the boss, we probably would have won, but you know, that's just a case of the team playing poorly during the run, and at the end, it came back to bite us in the ass.
You were in that team, Phil, and you fucking were a weak link in that team.
All right, we do have time for one more quick run. I have to try to rush into it, so here we go. Yo, look, they're gonna suck it But dude, what is this thing? What happened? Oh god! Oh! I can't even tell what's happening anymore. There's too much going on the screen. There's a swarm trying to suck a level off of me. I don't know how you're supposed to stop that. We got this fucking thing biting me and spitting on me. Look, there it goes. What is doing that? Oh my god. He instantly downed me from the full distance of the screen. Nothing I could have done about that.
That shit was kind of funny. Phil probably thought he was fucking safe, and all of a sudden, just a fucking, he was just, no, fuck you and your fucking pretend shelter.
This is a fucking joke. This is stupid as fuck. There was no way I could help him. I tried. There was no way I could help him. And then the enemy can hit me through the fucking wall. This game.
That was a wee bit. I mean, that was yeah. That's a bit sus. I'm not gonna lie. That's a wee bit sus. I mean, look where it comes from. Like that just phases right through the wall, almost the entirety of like the fucking blade or whatever. Phases right through that sumbitch.
This is a fucking joke. This is stupid as fuck. There was no way I could help him.
Who
I
fucking
tried.
cares?
There was no way I could help him. And then the enemy can hit me through the fucking wall. This game is fucking ass, man. It really is. Why does it can hit me through the wall? Perfectly. This is shit. Now I'm level 7. This is complete garbage, man. We had such a good run going, and then the game threw that stupid locust thing at us, which I didn't understand. First time I saw it. I had no idea what you were supposed to do. We couldn't fight the boss next to it because the locust thing kept interfering. Then we get screwed with the boss attacking through a wall. Gee, great.
Not my fault. Fuck this game. Fuck this stupid fucking game.
Yeah, we got fucked this run. We're completely screwed. I can't do my ability. I did it 3 times and it didn't come out. You're kidding. Oh my god, we're gonna lose again because this Dennis guy sucks. What the fuck? Well, now I'm really screwed. Now I can't revive Dennis. Yeah, I'm done. I don't know what to do. I can't get out of here. The entire castle is full of ultra-powerful knights. I gotta get out of there. I can't fight those guys by myself. The problem now is we're all separated. That's the problem. We're all completely separated, and we're not helping each other. Oh my god, what the fuck? Yo, there was no enemies in here, and then all of a sudden an enemy comes out of thin air and attacks me. And now the flame's gonna hit us any second. Are you kidding me?
What a fucking quality gamer. That's some pro strats right there.
It didn't run. So I couldn't get up there. This is fucking dumb. I'm getting pissed. This is really starting to piss me off.
And yet his teammates are to blame.
It didn't run and jump, so I couldn't reach the jump. Fuck this game.
Wow. Oh my god, he cried. Wow. What a baby.
It's frustrating as hell. Now we gotta run because the night's coming, but look, I can't because the castle's in my way. Oh my god. We were doing so good, and it all fell apart in night 2. Because whatever those locusts were, which has never been introduced before, completely screwed us up. We were never able to recover from it at all. And now we're completely bummed. So now we're not. Oh no! You've got to be kidding. Not again. Seriously, every time we get to this, we get screwed. We gotta get out of here and not fall into it.
You dove into it willingly, gleefully, without checking what was down there.
What will this boss be? Whatever it is, it's gonna be easy. You know that. Whoa! Why so upset? Boy! He really wants to kill me. They're both down. Dude, we're all down instantly. What the fuck? He downed both my teammates at the same time, and before I had a chance to up one, he downed me instantly.
Yeah, you so much for that being easy, eh, Phil?
What the fuck? Wow. That was absolutely ridiculous. Why did he do so much damage? He took our entire health bars with one hit.
Boss.
Wow.
So that was Phil's compilation from emoji there, of course, of Phil's antics from Elden Ring the other fucking night. So there we go. Anyway, let's get some bingo going, shall we, guys? And of course, to play today's bingo card, we need a number. Someone give me a number. The third number in chat I see will be the number I use for today's bingo card generation. So no pressure, but somebody pick a very good fucking number. So whoever's the third number, let's fucking see. The first number in chat I saw was Agent Double Soul. Second was BST. And third was Sam Babar Fried Chicken 24, who says 90. So there we go, we're going 90. 90 is the bingo number we're going to use for today's bingo card. Generate the number, there we go. All there, all good. So, also we've got to make sure we randomise the bingo background image as well for today's bingo card. Can't forget to tick that, of course, so we can have a fun little background image for the card. We need Phil to say and do the following. Oh, so Dash is asking who won the bingo for a month. Well, Shadow EX won. So it was actually a very exciting finish. It was a very exciting finish to the marble race. Little Shadow EX. I mean, somebody else looked like they're going to win for the longest time. It's like they were miles in the lead, and all they had to do was drop down a hole to fucking secure the finish. And they kept spinning around it, and they just fucking, like circling the fucking drain forever and ever and ever. I mean, I didn't really need to post about it because a Little Shadow EX. I mean, I could. Usually when I post about it is to kind of let people know they won so they can get in touch with me. But Little Shadow EX, I know, I've got him on Discord already, you know. So, but that's why I didn't make a post about it. Yeah, it's probably a good idea though to make a post anyway, just to let people know about it. Yeah, so yeah, I'll do that after bingo. After bingo's all said and done today, I will make a wee post about the winner for the month of May. Also, I've done it for every month anyway, you know what I mean? So it's good to be consistent with it. Even whether I know the winner or not, it's good to be consistent with it. So yeah, I'll do that after bingo for sure. Good shout. Anyway, but yeah, Little Shadow EX, exciting snipe finish, you know. I might actually make a clip of it later on, I don't know. Because they came out of fucking nowhere. Who was it that almost won? I can't remember who it was that almost won. But I feel sorry for them because they had all the time in the world and they just wouldn't drop. The marble wouldn't drop down, and then Little Shadow just like dropped from the fucking heavens. And just like yoinked that son bitch, you know. So there we go. Anyway, fuck it. That was also the winner of last month's bingo course. Little Shadow EX is in the chat right now, you know. So yeah, Little Shadow EX admitting they're a sneaky little bastard there. So there we go. But this is also today's bingo card we have to try and get our $10 added to the bingo prize fund. So we need Phil to say and do the following for today's show. We need Phil to say, admittedly, either going on Twitter or saying Twitter or X. Him saying basically shocked and Tim smacking his lips. The second row is Phil saying react, momentum, example, payoff, and positive. The third row is Phil saying hilarious, him laughing randomly, him saying marathon, him touching his ear, and him saying meaningful. The fourth row is Phil saying FYI, unique, sound good, fun, and him being all toxic. The fifth and final row is Phil saying interesting, him ignoring a troll tip, him chewing some water, him saying wow, and finally, him saying time. That's today's bingo card we have for today's show. Very strong card in my opinion. I like the look of a lot of those things. FYI, always get to see that. You know, for sure, you know, it's always good to have that on the fucking board. Momentum is something we don't see a lot of, even though it's like, he says it sometimes, but I don't think he cares about it lately. So that might be, I might be a bad one. Momentum might be a tough one to get today. You know what I mean? So, but who knows, fucking, you know. But yeah, we need Phil to say and do all the following things, of course. But, you know, to help us on our way to a full house bingo card, you know, there's a variety of ways we can get free spaces to add to those squares getting ticked off. For example, if Phil burps, snorts, or sips 10 times before he starts recording for his shitey gameplay, that gives us all a free space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds that Phil begs, that also gives us a free space. For every 5 new or rejoining members we have to Bingo streams, that gives us a free space as well. And finally, in my opinion, the best way for us to get free spaces, if we get 50 likes on Bingo before we finish playing Bingo, that is 1 free space. If we get 75 likes, that's 2 free spaces. If we get 100 likes, not only is that 3 free spaces, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes on the stream. So you guys are in full direct control of some of the ways we can get free spaces, but the rest of the ways are controlled by Phil and his bizarre bonus functions. And of course, as Steve says, if Jade shows up and Phil says hello to Jade, we also get a free space for that. I also get that. I always keep fucking forgetting that fucking thing. But yeah, if Jade either shows up or Phil just mentions him randomly like I did the other night, we count it, you know. But Phil has to reference Jade. Phil has to fucking shout out Jade in some capacity, you know. So there we fucking go. Good stuff indeed. So I think I've gone through all those basics. So some more things to go through, of course, but I'm going to let Phil explain it for me because he's better at it than I am.
Well, hello everyone, Phil Burnell here, letting you know about King Jad's Bingo and Marbles gameplay on YouTube. Now, you need to leave a post in the community tab to enter, and that's it. A lucky winner will be picked by playing Marbles at the end of the month. It is just that easy, any mouth-drooling idiot can do it.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, fucking sack of shit for pigs putting that for us all. Very kind of you indeed. So yeah, there we go. Remember, you got to make sure, if you've not yet left a comment on that community post, do it before the end of the month. The sooner the better. Obviously, there's a variety of ways we can add some Bingo prize fund money to that Bingo prize fund. For example, every time we get a full house on the Bingos, we add $10 to the Bingo prize fund. Every Friday, we try and complete 3 certain just random challenge and marble maps as well. And for every marble map we complete, we add $10 per map completed. So on a Friday, we could potentially add at least $40 to the Bingo prize fund. If we win Bingo and complete all 3 maps, the more marbles we have, the better our chances are of completing those 99% elimination courses, because obviously the more marbles you have, the better your odds are of having at least one finish the fucking thing. So yeah, fucking don't waste time fucking making your, add your own fucking marbles. So there you go. Also, as well as that, a quarter of the income I make on YouTube goes directly towards that Bingo prize fund as well. And finally, 100% of tips I get, no matter how big or small, goes towards that Bingo prize fund as well. So I think I've covered all the bases, and the only thing left for me to really do is just for me to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more.
This is the fucking Shawshank Redemption, right? But with more tunneling through shit and no fucking redemption.
Good old Malcolm fucking Tucker. Good stuff indeed. Also, guys, I'm still not feeling too well. If you don't hear things for like a minute, like fucking like 5-10 seconds, it's because I'm just coughing my fucking guts up. Yeah, it's okay, yeah. So, I mean, I don't fucking cough the megaphone, so there might be some kind of random, just quiet spells where I'm just fucking busy, just muting myself, I'm just coughing away. So I do apologise for that, but I'm hopefully I'll get better, you know what I mean? But fuck it, shouldn't be bad. I'll be fine. But I'm just explaining that for you guys in case you guys are wondering, it's all good. So, I think we're ready to start the show, so good luck everybody. Here we fucking bingo.
What is going on, everyone? On today's show, I feel like I finally played enough of Elden Ring Night Rain to give you an estimation of my thoughts now that we're 9 hours in, and so I'm going to give you kind of an early mini review of what I think about the game. But also, later on this week, it's the launch of the Switch 2 this coming Thursday, and today I want to preview some of the accessories that I've gotten for my upcoming Switch 2 launch event to show you the kind of stuff you can actually get for this console, despite the fact that it's not even out yet. I've got an interesting amount of stuff to go over. Plus, of course, we'll hang out, we'll have a little bit of discussion and fun. And so, I hope you sit back and relax with me and enjoy today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
It's gonna be fucking shite and garbage and fucking we're all miserable already, so fucking get on with the fucking show, you boring fucking dick. Also got 1 ticked off so far, 1 down, 24 to go.
Alright, welcome everyone to the show. Today is Monday the 2nd of June, 2025. I am DSP. And you may not be aware, but I'm actually singing that intro live every single day since I instituted it last week. I think I'm getting a little bit better on hitting the high notes, so I hope that you're enjoying it. Anyway,
who fucking cares?
Today, we've got a good show lined up. Today, we're going to talk about Elden Ring Night Rain. Again,
Have you guys actually heard Phil's new intro, by the way? You know, I've actually not listened to it. Because I use Raw Phil, I just skip the fucking thing anyway. But I've never actually listened to the fucking intro. Nope, I don't want to. Alright, message understood. Okay, message received. There was me fucking hinting him, should we go and fucking check out? But okay, no, okay. Maybe another fucking day, you know. Not today. So Elden Ring has not been banned. Phil's just going to pad out his podcast thing by giving his early thoughts. But as long as he keeps getting support and money, he will keep playing it because it's still a hot new game right now.
Game that I guess a lot of people were hyped for, a lot of people are not as excited for anymore, but after me playing it 9 hours, I feel like I now have a good vibe for what the game is.
Who
I want to let you know
fucking
whether or not I
cares?
like it, suggestions for things that I think they could improve, and I think that overall, it'll be an interesting game to put into my rotation. I just don't know how long it's going to last. I think until at least the new content is all seen, and at this point, there's like 3 more or 4 more bosses to see. We'll talk about that today. In addition, the Switch 2 is right around the corner, folks. This coming Thursday, June 5th, is the launch of the console. Yes, I'll be getting it. I'll be doing a full-day marathon to celebrate the launch of the Switch 2, including a live unboxing, accessories, showcasing, and testing, hooking it up, getting it functional, getting that day 1 patch, getting Mario Kart World, and then it is the Rainbow Road Rush.
I don't fucking care. Fucking swing or fucking whatever. So, we said this at the end of the fucking show yesterday, essentially. If Phil manages to fucking brick his Switch 2, we get an automatic full house. And there is a possibility, so Phil might receive the Switch 2 earlier than, he should be getting it, So, there's a slight possibility Phil could end up bricking his Switch 2. If it happens, of course, it'll be hilarious. And I'll just declare an automatic fucking victory just to fucking enjoy the fucking shit. And also, Kino Casino are also streaming on Thursday with their own Switch 2 unboxing shenanigans, so yeah. They'll probably just fucking do... I mean, are they planning on playing... They're trying to get to Rainbow Road as well, though? Are they stealing Phil's entire idea? To try and get to Rainbow Road before he does? Well, it could be the weirdest... the fucking world's weirdest fucking race.
Where all day long on Thursday, I'll be playing Mario Kart World, attempting to unlock Rainbow Road as soon as possible. It's going to be epic with gaming all day long, checking out the new open world, trying out all of the tracks, switching characters and vehicles to get good variety of gameplay. There's going to be food. There's going to be booze. Yes, I'm actually going to be trying to play Mario Kart while inebriated. It's going to be a good day, so mark your calendars and be here, or else you're really going to be missing out. What a shameless promo. Anyway, with all that happening, I'm excited today to preview you guys on some of the accessories that we are going to look at together this coming Thursday. I have gotten many different things for the Switch 2, which I'd like to show you the kind of stuff that exists for it. And we're going to actually test some of these things, when I have the console. Some of them may be great. Maybe some of them will suck. I don't know. The funny part is every single accessory is third party. The first party Nintendo accessories you can't even get yet. You have to order them either directly from Nintendo or you had to pre-order them already, which they're already massively sold out. And they seem to be insanely overpriced for what they are. So, taking a look at some of the third-party offerings...
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Thank you for the 5 months, Teresa Young, who says, thank you, Bingo Barries. Thank you, Teresa Young, for being a member. Very much appreciated. Very kind of you. So Phil bought a bunch of fucking third-party peripherals on, like, fucking Team or some pish, and he can't wait to fucking review them. And who fucking cares? Phil, who really fucking cares? I just realised, look at his goal. Phil hit 100 goals every day, so he's reset it back to 1. He's now looking to hit 10 goals, guys.
Massively sold out, and they seem to be insanely overpriced for what they are. So, taking a look at some of the third-party offerings actually could be pretty beneficial to those of you out there who are going to get a Switch 2, but are wondering what's actually worth your buck, or is it a big ripoff? So, it's going to be pretty cool. We're going to look at some...
Oh shit, we got 51 likes. That's a free space right away. So thank you guys for liking the stream and letting me know we had over 50 likes. That's fantastic stuff. Indeed, of course. 75 likes is another free space, so keep those likes coming, guys. No, hint. Like the stream, yeah bams. The only thing I beg for is likes, because the more likes we get, the more free spaces we fucking get.
Some of these today. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I have lined up that we'll be checking out on Thursday. Well, how is everyone today? What's going on? Good morning, Game Boy. How you doing? King Ferbs, how are you? Uh-oh, King Ferbs is hyperfixating on my shirt. King Ferbs, why are you hyperfixating on the shirt? Is it because... Uh-oh. Because my sleeve is minorly sticking out? Oh my god, my sleeve! That's fun! Distance left! Anyway. Jasper Kitty's here today. How you doing, Jasper? You doing good today?
Who fucking cares?
He's in a good mood today. He was running all around this morning when I was having my breakfast. He was all excited. He was going roly-poly on all the rugs downstairs. Cats love to roll around and writhe on, like, carpeting. So he was doing it this morning. It's very cute. I always say he's convinced he's a worm that likes to, like, squirm and roll around. He doesn't know that he's actually a cat, which is probably why he doesn't realize he has sharp claws and he cuts my wife and I up all the time by accident.
Burger.
Anyway. So,
Good, Jasper. Keep making the bad man bleed.
I hope that you guys are well. I hope that you guys are, ready to chill today. It's going to be a chill podcast. I'm also excited for the gameplay today. Today we got Blueprints returning for only one stream this week. Last week I really tried to do as much content as I could of both Clear, Obscure, and Blueprints before the new stuff hit. And I got as far as I could, but man, I feel like I didn't get far enough because here we are, the launch week of Switch 2, and we got so much going on. Summer Game Fest, Xbox Showcase, and I'm going to have way little gameplay in the next week compared to usual. And there's not much I can do about that. So we only get one Blueprints stream this week, sadly. So, I hope you're okay with that. It's going to be a good chill stream today. Lots of interactivity, lots of puzzle solving. We have 3 keys left to find. One is in the clock tower room. We know that. One is apparently in a room where the king sits on his throne. We've been guessing what that could be, but we don't even know yet. And another key, where was the third one? I can't remember. And then said the final one was behind one of the doors. So we basically need to find these final keys in order to solve all the puzzles in the game. We also have a book that's arriving that's supposed to be something about a black bridge, and that might give us some of the lore so we can solve some of the puzzles behind the sanctum doors. So we have a good amount to do left in the game. We know what we're doing. We know what our objectives are, but will RNG favor us? Will we actually get the clock tower room early in a run today so we can actually get that key and open another sanctum door? Well, we find out what the fourth permanent change is because we only got 3, and there's 4 spots on the screen that says, oh, there's 4 permanent things you can unlock. What the hell is the 4th one? I don't know. So we have, some things to tackle. We'll see. Jasper, you're being very silly today. Now, careful, your back claw, you were on my bare leg there. Don't hurt me. Okay, he got on.
Shut up, bitch!
Now. He's what they call it, making the biscuits. Kitties like to make the biscuits when they're feeling good or they're feeling, they're a loved one or a parental situation.
If Phil bleeds, we get a free space.
They start kneading crazily, and he's kneading all my legs right now. And now he just laid on my lap. He's such a good kid. He laid down on my lap.
Oh, come on, Jasper.
The cat that I pet like Dr. Claw in Inspector Gadget. I pet the cat on my lap. Okay, so
yeah, because that's the fucking reference that everyone always fucking goes to. That's the automatic default fucking reference people fucking go to when a cat sits on the fucking lap. No, nobody fucking goes to like James Bond or anything, or even fucking Austin Powers with that fucking reference. No. Everyone's fucking go to reference, of course, it's Inspector fucking Gadget.
Anyway, now we went back to kneading, by the way. I'm getting distracted here by Jasper Kitty. So we're gonna have a good day today of blueprints on the first stream. The late stream tonight is American Truck Simulator. And this is an exciting stream for 2 reasons. Number 1, because as you know, I have some White Claws and chill with you guys when I play Truck Simulator. But also, I actually have some alcoholic like lemonades this week too that my wife wanted, but obviously I can have some too. So I might have one of those tonight. But in addition, tonight, if we hit the funding goal, the support goal for Truck Sim tonight, I committed to you guys that I was gonna buy a steering wheel and pedal for moving forward playing driving games on PC. And I've committed to that. So tonight, if we hit that support goal, I will absolutely do that. Okay? So let's see how it goes. I'm curious. We're at 1 goal hit out of 10 because we reset the goals yesterday. Thank you so much for a really supportive first day of the week and first day of the month yesterday, where we did hit those support goals. And because of that, not only did we hit the 100, so now we've locked into the marathon, but also we decided that I will have sushi for the first time ever on stream during the upcoming Switch 2 Mario Kart World Marathon. But also, we have a DSP Tries It coming up at 10 goals hit. We're at 1 of 10. Today, obviously, let's hit some of those goals, and let's get to it. Now, the question is, what do we want to do? Jasper Kitty.
Who
what should I do for
fucking
DSP
cares?
Tries? I'm hoping for Friday. What do you think I should do on Friday?
Shut up, bitch!
Well, if he had his way, I'd be eating some kind of fish or shrimp. He loves fish. He's definitely a seafood kitty. All the food that we get him is seafood flavored, and he loves seafood. It's like his favorite. All right. So I guess we got to figure out, what food do we want for the next one? And we talked about it, but I need to know, do you guys know of any new offerings at any food places that you'd like to see me try? I'd heard that there was a lot at Taco Bell, but apparently not. Apparently, we looked it up yesterday. There's like nothing. So I guess that was a miss. Jasper, I gotta put you down now so I can do my show. Okay? He's so sad. He's like, oh no, I gotta get off your lap. Yes, you do.
Who fucking
It's okay, let's
cares?
stick around in the room, hang out with me. Okay. So we will talk about this week. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas for what to do for DSP Tries It over the week, and likely we'll end up doing it on Friday. Okay, so let's see. I'm very curious what you guys want. No, not the hot chip challenge. Shut up. I said DSP Tries It, not DSP burns his mouth out and vomits all over the place and can't stream for the rest of the day because he's sick. Stop that nonsense. Okay. Okay, so, folks, where should we begin? I guess we got to begin with the contributions. We have a couple contributions that have come in. We start today with Ian S., who did a £5, not dollar, a £5 super sticker before I'd even kind of, started the show up. So let's do our little, pound to USD converter here. That will be $6.77 from Ian. Thank you, Ian. We're getting stuff started today. Let's get that on the leaderboard. And he basically said whenever there's blueprints, he has to support because he loves it. Me too. One of the most unique games I've ever played.
I mean, this is why you moved it back to the day stream, because of Ian S. asking you to do it.
Burger?
Like, you only fucking moved it back to the day stream because the night streams weren't doing well, and Ian S. showed up in a daily crap saying if this went back to the day stream, I would support this game financially. And then like a miracle, Phil moved it back to the day streams with that promise of contributions from Ian S.
One of the best puzzle games I've ever played. If not, I would say the only other puzzle game I like more than Blueprints is like Tetris. Because it's like the original puzzle game. Outside of that, this is like the best puzzle game ever, man. Like, it's seriously good. Now, what is going on my keyboard here? My keyboard is desynced.
Who fucking
I don't know what's going on. It's
cares?
being weird. Yeah, my keyboard desynced. Now it's synced again. We're having problems over here with my peripherals, and I don't know why. Hopefully there wasn't some big update that screwed them all up. I mean, knowing Windows, it probably did. Here, let's see. Here's what we'll do. Let's restart the program. I think the program screwed up. If I restart, I'm going to be able to fix it. Okay.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
So, today should be a great day of chill content and fun. I think what we should do... Oh, a tip actually came in I need to shout out. I was going to say let's start with talking about Night Rain, but if this tip has come in, talk about that first. There we go. So now it's all synced. Hopefully it stays synced. I guess we'll see. Okay. Let's see here. First tip of the day. Oh boy, a $1.50 tip from Beaver Bother saying my Night Rain gameplay is going viral. I can't imagine why. Literally, I've done the most base gameplay of someone who's not...
Yeah. Yay. Phil is talking about... Oh, he knows. He absolutely fucking knows. There's no way he fucking doesn't know.
Or bother saying my Night Ring gameplay is going viral. I can't imagine why. Literally, I've done the most base gameplay of someone who's not great at, you know, this kind of game. And I certainly haven't done anything wrong. So if it went viral, it's probably some fucking mouth-drooling moron put it out of context yet again. And, you know, if that is the case, then they can kiss my fucking ballsack. Outside of that, I don't really give a shit. But thanks for the tip, Beaverbot.
For somebody who claims to not give a shit, you seem kind of upset about it, Phil. That is not the reaction of somebody who doesn't give a shit. You know, that's the kind of reaction of somebody who seems to kind of care that the internet is making fun of him again for a current game he's playing. You know? It seems like you fucking care, Phil. You know, it's like, I'm not sold on that acting. I've not seen acting that fine from Phil since fucking Project 7. You know?
Okay.
Phil mentioned Twitter there, by the way. Or X. Or did you say viral?
Oh boy, a $1.50 tip from Beaver Bother saying my Night Ring gameplay is going viral. I can't imagine why. Literally, I've done the most base gameplay of someone who's not great at, you know, this kind of game. And I certainly haven't done anything wrong. So if it went viral, it's probably some fucking mouth-drooling moron put it out of context yet again. And, you know, if that is the case, then they can kiss my fucking ballsack. Outside of that, I don't really give a shit. But thanks for the tip, Beaver Bother.
So, no, I didn't say it.
Okay.
Dead air much?
Okay. All right. So thank you for that. So guys, let's get some support going. All right. We've got our first super chat and our first tip. Let's get our first membership and our first sub of the day. Who will be the first person to sub over on Kick? And by the way, almost time is up for wagering on Kick. We do have a wager this morning or a prediction. This morning, I'm going to show you some Switch 2 accessories. Will I show you 5 or less Switch 2 accessories, or will I show you more than 5 on today's podcast? People are wagering right now. There's only like 5 minutes left to do it, and we're going to do other segments first, and then we're going to get to that. So that will be determined on the show. If you're on Kick, go ahead and wager, and let's see what happens. If you're on YouTube, people have been talking to me usually, and say, let's try this again. This week, people have been saying that YouTube did an update, that there is an update where basically there is channel points on YouTube now. Like you watch the channel, you earn points, and they can be used to do things and unlock things. I don't have that system. I've even seen the button for it. You want to know why? Because I have it over on DSP React. Yeah, I actually have it on my React channel, but I don't have it on this channel. For some reason, YouTube gives all of these features out over every other channel but DSP Gaming. And then DSP Gaming gets the features later.
Oh, shut the fuck. I don't have it either, you fucking prick. Well, I don't, you know, boo-hoo, I'm the only one on YouTube who doesn't have this fucking feature. Phil, you're not that fucking special.
For example, right now, if you were to super chat, you'll see there's the option to like the super chat or even reply directly to it. All the other channels on YouTube had that, except DSP Gaming. DSP Gaming didn't get it for like 8 to 10 months. And then all of a sudden, one day, people noticed I had it on here too. What took so long? Is it because DSP Gaming is a long-standing legacy channel, and therefore YouTube doesn't roll out changes as fast? I don't know. I legit don't understand it. So there's not much I can really say. Once I have the channel point system on YouTube, I'll enable it. Also on YouTube, FYI, they disabled my ability to gift memberships to you guys on a monthly basis. They used to give me 10 free memberships to gift out. That whole functionality is gone. So
Phil could easily gift memberships of his own doing like so. He has a DSP Reacts channel. You go onto that, then gift the memberships on DSP Gaming to his own audience. There is absolutely nothing stopping Phil Burnell from using his DSP Reacts channel to gift memberships on DSP Gaming. He just doesn't want to because he's too much of a cheap bastard. So there you go.
They've been changing things on YouTube, and I just love it when they remove features instead of adding better ones, right? We all know that subtracting good things everyone likes really benefits the user, the end user, right? It's, you know, don't add more.
Oh, God.
Squeaky Wheels Jade tipped £1. Squeak, 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 squeak. Agreed. Mouth droolers are the worst. Daddy Philip.
Jesus!
That was a long one. That was a really long one there. That fucking. I hope you're okay, Jade. You know, fucking hell, man. That was like. Is that how Jade sounds like falling down a fucking like cliff? Like, is that Jade rolling off a cliff after DSP and fucking Elden Ring?
Oh, that subtracting good things everyone likes really benefits the user, the end user, right? It's, you know, don't add more things that people want. Instead, just remove the things that people already like. That sounds like a great, you know, thing to do for your business, doesn't it? Anyway, Exactly. I need more features, not less, and YouTube better step up, or else I'm just going to have to complain like a baby every day on stream. Not much I can really do about it outside of that. Okay. Now, one other thing before we get to our topics for today. FYI, a few days ago, I posted up a thread right here on my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming. If you're on the channel and you look at the posts tab, scroll down a bit and you'll see a few days ago I posted up a thread and I said, hey, nominate moments from my history that you guys find entertaining, funny, or notable. Because I would like to add better moments to my running playlist that we play during breaks. Because we've been doing these same moments for quite a while, 89 moments, by the way. And people are saying they're stale. So I would love to add more into the mix. The more the better. We've gotten some suggestions. Some were good and we added. Some were just trolls and we banned them. But the more the better. So please post up your nominations over there and let's keep things fresh, shall we? That's something that definitely I could not do because, you know, I don't remember in these 15 to 18 years I've been making content all the memorable moments. You would because you're the ones who watch them over and over, right?
Are we? Are we, Phil? Phil, you don't even watch any of your content ever.
Okay. All right, folks. Let's do it. Let's talk about Elden Ring Night Rain.
Who fucking
So I've played
cares?
about 9 hours of Elden Ring Night Rain. I've tried out, well, in the network test, I tried out 2 characters. One of which was the Hawk guy who has the big spear. He's kind of like a tank with a shield. And then I also tried the Duchess, who was the character who has 2 dual knives and is more like an assassin or rogues type. I just remembered, I tried out the Recluse, who's the magic user. And each one of them, I would argue, played pretty uniquely, with the tank basically trying to pull aggro and absorb all damage, but can't really effectively deal damage. The Recluse absolutely is a cool ranged character, casting different spells, but also can do the carry and sword sorceries that can be really powered up depending on your loadout. And then there's the Duchess, who is the one who sneaks in, does giant damage, sneaks back out again, wash, rinse, and repeat. Definitely one of the big damage dealers of the game. Now, during the course of this full release, excuse me, I've tried the Raider class, and the Raider is basically a stun master. He has a ginormous weapon, and his job is to deal as much stun as possible to weaken an enemy, so now everyone can rain on the damage as they're staggered. I also played as the, I forget if it's not the Eviscerator or Eradicator, it starts with an E. This is the character who has the parry mechanic, similar to Sekiro, and your goal there is to try to absorb as many hits as possible to charge up a supercharged move. Then you can do a running slash that not only takes a big chunk of damage off the enemy, but also deals a ton of stagger to them, so it's a kind of a hybrid gameplay style. And then lastly, the class that I've played the most of so far is Ironon. This class is definitely the ranged class. Stay away and snipe most of the time. Now, they're also a high dex character, so if you end up finding something...
That sounds like a very boring fucking character for a streamer to fucking use, you know? If somebody's fucking trying to provide entertaining content to the audience, that sounds like a fucking boring way to play the game.
The ranged class. Stay away and snipe most of the time. Now, they're also a high dex character, so if you end up finding something that's a really high dex weapon, you can use it. But for the most part, they're meant to be used remotely. Sniping and using the mark ability to basically weaken opponents, and then just run back. And also, big utility.
Oh shit. Sonny wants to derail, but they've apologised to the Navy Vet for Life. What? This is a song. No, what? Oh, shit. But hold on. Do it. Oh, for God's sake. Fine, we'll derail. We'll derail. Phil's new intro song, which he apparently sings along to on a regular basis. Fuck it all. Why? I'm sorry. What's wrong right now?
Okay.
What is this garbage?
Make the bad man stop.
Jesus Christ. Awful. Just awful. God damn, and I thought my fucking DSP just tracks were bad. Jesus Christ. Gee, that was awful. Of course, it's AI made, of course, but yeah, that was fucking pish. That was very basic bitch bottom of the fucking barrel, minimum fucking effort, fucking cuntish garbage. Hey, bro, so Phil, yeah, Phil has been quite cunty shovel. It's early days yet, you know. He's about to talk about Elden Ring and his initial impressions of it.
ability for the Iron Eye is to revive teammates because you can shoot arrows at them when they're down from afar, which makes it much more easy and viable to revive your teammates while everyone else has to run up and physically hit them while aggro is on them. The Iron Eye can do it from a distance, okay? So each character class that I've played so far has played pretty uniquely. There's still a couple I haven't tried. There was the basically the standard guy, which I don't know what his name is, but he looks like a knight. I think he just has like general knight abilities, nothing too crazy. And then there's a unique class that I just unlocked yesterday. This class, I think it's called the Revenant. This class actually is basically kind of a necromancer. They use ashes to have ash summons who come and help them, like a giant skeleton that strikes but shoots lasers, or a giant hothead guy with a huge club, or just maybe a little soldier that kind of distracts. So it's really unique. Definitely see the classes that they've created for this game and how each one plays pretty differently, honestly. So I hate to say I'm a little disappointed at the map. Reason being, the map is the same. The map is one map. No matter what, it's always the same map. Now, there are some variations. For example, there's 4 variations of this map that can be generated, and each variation has a dungeon that you can go into that has optional content and rewards. For example, right now, my map says something about, like, the Earth, and what it is the Earth ripped open, and there's a big crater to go in with tons of lava and a ridiculous amount of enemies, and if you beat this crater, okay, you can then get a awesome permanent upgrade to one of your weapons, not permanent upgrade, but upgrade one of your weapons that makes it legendary for that run, so you essentially have a god-tier weapon for the end of your run. So obviously, that's really awesome. And there's 4 of these. There's a castle that's full of like dark energy and like monsters. There's a mountaintop, which is all frozen ice and dragons. There's the crater, and there's a rot area where everything just becomes rotten, and you have to run through that and to finish it up. Each one has a unique reward, from what I understand. So that's cool and all, but for the most part, the map's almost always identical, and that's disappointing. Where really it varies with the enemies. For example, each time that you do a run, you're going to be fighting a Night 1 boss, a Night 2 boss, and the final boss. And the Night 1 and Night 2 bosses can be mixed up and randomized, so you never know who you're going to face. One day you might fight the bell-bearing Briar Knight. The next day you might fight the Gaping Dragon from Dark Souls 1, and then you might fight the Duke's Dear Freyja, the giant spider boss from Dark Souls 2. Who knows, right? Because they have all these bosses from both Elden Ring and Dark Souls in the game, so you never know who you're going to face as one of these Knight bosses. Sometimes it's kind of lame. Like once it was a Crucible Knight and a Hippopotamus at the same time. And I was like, that's not a very good boss. I mean, those are basically standard enemy mini-bosses. Like, why would I be impressed by that, right? Anyway.
Stop saying boss, just 1 second. I can only press a button so many fucking times, Phil. Every time Phil says boss, I'm compelled to press a fucking button. And sometimes if I can say it faster, then I can fucking, fuck it. Let's derail ourselves again and see how many people he's banned on Kick today. He's only banned 2 people. Custom Style Recipe Reel was banned, as well as LSP Gaming Reel. I'm surprised. He's only banned 2 people. Very strange. King of Boston, da boss of bosses. Shout out to Eddie B43. There's a fucking OG detractor right fucking there. Good stuff indeed. You want to see some classic fucking DSP content from back in like fucking the mid 2014, 15 and all that shit, you go to Eddie, you go to Eddie's fucking channel. You'll find some high quality content on there.
So this game is basically exactly what we thought it was going to be. It's a combination of Battle Royale, but it's not Battle Royale, but it has the mechanic of Battle Royale, where when you drop on the map, you have this ring of fire called the Night that's closing in on you. You always have to stay within the ring. If you're outside of it, you start to slowly lose health and you die. If you die in this game, you respawn, but you respawn a level lower, and you lose all of the runes that you had on you from your kills, so you then have to track down the spot where you died to get all that back, and if you don't, you permanently lose it. There was a run where we were doing incredibly well, and I ended up dying 2 or 3 times in a row, and by the end, I was only level 6, which is awful. You want to at least be a minimum of like level 10 to face one of the big bosses at the end of a day 3 run. The way it works is you're in an open world fighting enemies. Each time you fight enemies, you gain runes. When you find points of grace randomly in the world, you can use those runes to level up and increase your health, your FP, your stamina, and your damage output, plus your defense. Okay, so obviously you want to be killing as many enemies as possible and leveling up as much as you can, because then at the end of each day where the ring is focusing and going into this one area, you're going to fight a big boss. The big boss is usually very challenging, takes a while to beat, and if you beat them, you get a good reward, plus you'll get a bunch of runes, and then the next day begins. Also, throughout the world, you're going to find mini-bosses. And these are basically big enemies that you probably had a big challenge facing when you fought them in either an Elden Ring or Dark Souls. Like I just mentioned, like the Crucible Knight or the chariots that spit fire and stuff like that. If you beat them, you usually get a good reward like a new weapon or something like that, as well as a bunch of runes. There are some cases where you can do some special hidden challenges.
Wait. What do you mean you get a fucking good reward? You're the one that was fucking bitching and whining and moaning about your fucking teammates running towards the fucking chariot bosses. So it's a fucking waste of time taking on the chariot bosses because you don't get a fucking good reward for it. So why are you fucking changing your fucking tune now, today, on your fucking fake podcast, pretending you fucking get good rewards for fighting the chariot bosses, when you said during the fucking live gameplay the other day, you don't get rewards, and it's not fucking worth it.
Challenges and things where you get good rewards, like again, a ton of runes, or maybe a rare locket or an equipable item that gives you a boost for your class, but you never know what you're going to get. It's RNG. There's runs that I've had where I keep finding weapons that aren't for my class, so it's worthless, and I'm not really getting much better. I've had other runs where I literally found more things than I could do it. Like there was one I was the Iron Eye, and I found like 12 bows during the run, all of which were good. Like, oh, I got a poison bow, I got a fire bow, I got this, holy crap. So it's kind of like feast or famine, but you don't ever really know what's going to happen with that. Now, when your teammates get down, you can revive them by striking them when they're on the ground. At first, it's very easy to do, but the more that they get down, the more hits it will take for them to revive. At the end of a night, that resets. So you don't have to worry. If someone got down to bunch night 1, night 2, it resets back to 0, and it's easy to revive them again. So basically, I've kind of described all of the major elements of the game. What happens is you go through a run of 3 nights. Night 1, you're basically running around, fighting enemies, leveling up, finding items, and then the ring starts coming in. You got to go in there, you fight the first big boss. Then that dissipates, and then it starts all over. Now it's night 2. Usually on night 2, since you leveled up a bit during night 1, you have a better chance to go fight tougher things. So you can go to like a castle or a mine or a dungeon, and you can usually do more difficult challenges because you've already gotten better weapons and leveled up a bit. And then at the end of night 2, the ring comes in, you gotta fight another big boss. If you survive both nights 1 and 2, you made it to the final night, night 3, where you get teleported to this big white door. You have a chance to level up if you found any crafting materials, such as smithing stones. You can level up your weapons. There's a final vendor, and there is a final point of grace to level up. And then you fight the final big boss of the day, which are called the Night Lords. These are all fought within Radahn's desert. So if you remember the big desert of Radahn, that you fought that boss fight in Elden Ring. You basically fight the final bosses there. These bosses are tough. They are damage sinks. They have giant amounts of health. They deal tons of damage. And essentially, they're the big challenges of the game. Think the 8 robot masters in Mega Man. Well, you got the 8 Night Lords of Elden Ring Night Reign. At first, you can only face one of them, the Cerberus. But once your team has defeated the Cerberus, 6 more bosses appear. And now you can do these different nights. And what happens is it variates the enemies. I've noticed during these different runs and these different big bosses that you select, it changes the enemies and placement on the map of things for each night. Now, I have so far beaten the Cerberus, but I haven't beaten any of the other bosses. I fought 3 out of the 6. Each one is completely unique. The first one was a giant dinosaur-like creature with huge jaws. It also had lightning magic. The second one was a duo of bosses, a flying moth and a giant scorpion that at first are separate, but once you take enough damage off, then they fuse into one super boss, and you have to fight them for a second phase. And then lastly, there was a boss that had me scratching my head. It was a goat man, and you have to make a deal with him. I don't know what the deals mean, because there's 3 options, and I have no clue what they do. All I know is as soon as we started fighting him, he one-shotted both of my teammates at once. When I went to revive them, he one-shotted me, and that was the end. And I think you can start to see some of the frustration of the game. Imagine you're in a run of this game. You don't know what the boss can do because you've never seen it before. You spend 45 plus minutes doing a 3-night run. You get to the final boss and he goes, boss, and you're done. Well, there goes an hour of your life. Oh well. And Night Reign doesn't care. Like literally, Night Reign doesn't give a shit about your time. Night Reign will find ways to screw you over.
Phil. Arguably, any fucking video game is a waste of fucking time. Any hobby is a waste of fucking time, arguably. Like, you played a game for an hour? What a waste of fucking time. You watch a TV show for an hour? What a waste of fucking time. You went out and fucking, had a drink with your friends? What a waste of time. Arguably, depending on what you're comparing the time spent to, what. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, Phil's fucking bitching away, oh, it's a waste of time. Like, Phil, what would have happened had you succeeded in these runs instead of fucking getting your horse kicked? Would anything have really changed? No. You're still, life would still be the same as it is for you. So, why do you fucking call it a waste of fucking time? Because you failed to beat the fucking boss in the fucking game.
And ruin your runs, and it doesn't give a crap. For example, at the last run that I did yesterday, I found out randomly, there's a mechanic of locusts. That basically, there's a swarm of locusts that will start attacking you, and unless you get out of its range or run away from it, it sucks a whole level off of you. What are they? Where are they from? I don't know.
So Phil is clearly not comfortable getting sucked off.
Is there a way to stop them? Is there an enemy that generates them? I don't know. It just happened. Gee, thanks. Take a level off of me. I wish I could have known what was happening, but FromSoft doesn't explain anything. You're left to your own devices to figure that shit out. So unless you play enough or you're watching other people who made videos about the game, good luck figuring out half the mechanics. And I mean that too. Like, good luck figuring out half the mechanics. The game doesn't explain anything. It just expects you to play and figure it out for yourself, much like Elden Ring or Dark Souls always did. So
isn't that a good thing?
So if you're going to play this game at any length of time, you better be ready to waste your time. There's going to be times when cheap stuff happens, like you're fighting a boss, and just when you're about to finish the fight, the night wall comes by, and you can't finish the boss, and you just wasted, 5 to 10 minutes of your gameplay trying to kill this one particular boss when you never got a reward for it. Or sometimes you'll get a reward and then get a cheap death, and now the wall comes by, now you have no way to get your stuff back, and you just lost everything that you just earned. You wasted the entire night because you didn't have any reward for it because it's lost behind that firewall. That's happened to me too. I will say this. The game is fun, but definitely seems like if you're going to advance past the introductory stage and you're going to actually beat the actual main levels of the game, you need a good team. And what I mean by that is you need a team that understands the mechanics, knows the right places of the map to go to hit up for the best experience, the best rewards, etc. And they're going to be competent enough to not leave you high and dry and run away and abandon you, but they stick together so that you can fight together as a team.
So what would you bring to such a team then, Phil? Because you don't meet any of those qualities. You fail to tick any of those fucking boxes, Phil. So what use would you fucking be in such a fucking team?
Fighting together is a critical way to, you know, survive. If you just split off, you're gonna die and die and die and die. And that's happened to me with some of the teams that were just morons who ran off to do whatever, and now you just get killed nonstop. At any moment, something can just one-shot you from off screen, and with no one to revive you, you just lost all of the stuff you've earned, okay? So I would say, long-term, you're probably gonna need to find a real team of people to dedicate and play with. You can't just play with randoms and expect you're gonna go through the whole game and beat it. And so for me, I'm not necessarily sure this is gonna be a game long-term for me, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna find a dedicated team or care that much about it. You know what I mean?
If only Phil could play with some loyal, dedicated members who also have this game. You know, if only that was a possibility for Phil to actually do gaming content with people he trusts, people within his own community, to fucking play together with and communicate with and fucking, you know, help each other out with, you know, but nah. It's not, that's impossible for Phil, you know. Apparently we'd somehow ruin that.
Like, I feel like this is the kind of game that every once in a while I'll squeeze into the schedule. So far, I've seen 4 bosses out of the 8. I'd like to see the next 4 bosses, but outside of seeing them, will I ever beat them? Probably not without a lot of dedication and committing, and I don't think it makes sense to do so. You know, I don't know. Like, I've enjoyed my runs in this game, but to be frank with you, I can't really interact and talk with you guys when I'm playing it. It's much like when I'm very invested in an FPS game or a fighting game. But the difference there is that a match of an FPS game lasts, what, 5 to 10 minutes? A match of a fighting game could last a few minutes, but then I could have a break between and talk with you guys. With Night Rain, I literally can't talk with you at all for about an hour. I have to focus on this game non-stop because anything can kill me at any moment, so I just have to focus on the game and the teammates, and that's it. So because of that, I don't know the long-term viability of this game. Then again, I told you guys up front, I didn't know about the long-term viability of this game. That I felt that maybe it might be a game I only play a few times, and then we don't go back to. But thankfully, the game is $40. It's not $70+, which is absolutely insane that so many games are charging this insane full price, and they're really not full-fledged games. FromSoft knew this wasn't. They knew it was an asset flip. They knew this was them bringing back assets from their previous games and slapping them together into one super game, so they knew that they couldn't charge full price for it.
Now,
I do have just a couple small gripes about the game, all right? Number 1, the targeting system needs to be improved. And what I mean by that is that sometimes you will be facing a bunch of enemies. This is pretty frequent, where you're going to be fighting a ton of enemies on the screen at once. And you want to aim for one particular enemy, or perhaps you have a downed teammate, and they're in the midst of a giant pile of enemies, and you want to be able to easily lock onto them so you can shoot them specifically and get them up. Or, what's also happened to me is there's a bunch of enemies standing directly in front of me, but there's also an enemy approaching from the left, and obviously I want to shoot the enemy from the left because it's sneaking up. This game does not have precise aiming at all when it comes to, like, locking on, snapping on. You'll be trying to move your thumbstick around. Come on, select the right person, select the right enemy. You'll just never get it. I've tried it a million times. It's so hard to get it to specifically aim for what you want. It's a huge chore. I feel like there should be specifically a control that says target teammates. So that way, if there's a downed teammate, you can immediately, you know, lift them up. Or maybe have a mechanic where if a teammate's down near you, you auto-target them, but then you can choose to manually move off and go back to an enemy. I don't know. I definitely feel like it can be improved. And it is pretty frustrating when you're in a very stressful moment, you need to revive a teammate, or you need to shoot this one enemy that's coming up on you, and you really can't focus on them at all. The game won't target it. It's very, very annoying. Some of the platforming is wonky. The game has no fall damage, which is great, but also the platforming is a little clippy. Basically, you'll try to land on something solidly, and you'll slip off. You'll be climbing the side of a wall, and all of a sudden you won't be able to climb it. Oh, the night wall's coming by now and hit you, and now you're losing health, and you can't climb. It's a little frustrating in that regard. I do feel like they should make that a little easier. The traversal shouldn't really be a challenge. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't. The traversal should be like second nature. It should be the enemies and the survival aspect. That's the problem. Not, oh, I can't climb a wall because the platforming is wonky. Okay? And I'll be honest, it does annoy me that we could be here for like 45 minutes to an hour, get to a final boss, and the boss goes, haha, instant kill. Well, it's the first time I'm seeing the boss. Can you at least respect my time enough that I spent an hour to get there? Give me a minute to figure it out, or at least see what the boss can do. FromSoft does not care. I'll even go as far to say I feel like the first boss, the Cerberus, is too hard, because you want that to be the entry-level boss to unlock the other content of the game. It was legitimately hard to beat. It took me 6 hours of gameplay to beat that first boss so I could unlock the rest of them. That was tough. I could see a lot of people buying this game and never beating the first boss and actually being pretty upset by that, feeling like they've been soft-locked out of the rest. And, you know, there's not really a crutch in this game like there was in Elden Ring. You can't constantly do Ash summons. There's no, you know, silver mimic tier to come out and help you. Instead, it's just you and your teammates. If your teammates suck, you're fucked. And if you don't all work together, you'll never win. So imagine buying it for $40, but you don't have a team to play with, and you just can't beat the first boss. Wow. You feel like you threw away $40 because you can't see the rest of the game.
You have done that yourself.
So I definitely think there's things about the game that I like, and there's things I don't like. Overall, I am actually enjoying the game. I am, and I actually want to play more of it. Later this week, I am doing another stream of it, I believe. And I think what it is I'm either going to play more Night Rain or I'm going to play Clair Obscur again. And I'm on the fence because at Clair Obscur, we're getting to the end of the game, so maybe it just makes sense to do 2 streams of Clair Obscur and almost beat it. But then again, people might want more Night Rain before we start with the Switch 2 launch and Mario Kart. So maybe I should do that. I'm kind of on the fence. I'll think about it over the next couple of days. It's basically to the Wednesday day stream that I need to figure out. But, you know, I am excited to try some more classes. And I am excited to see the next 3 bosses that I haven't seen yet. But outside of that, I don't know if I'm ever going to dedicate enough time to actually beat these 6 bosses and see the final boss, which is supposedly called the Night Lord. I'll probably never get to it. This is the kind of game that, like, it's a team of players, much like Apex Legends, where you got to be dedicated, you have to get better over time, you have to coordinate, and you have to basically play a lot together. And I don't think I'm really want to do that. I'm playing a variety of games. I don't want to dedicate tons of time every week with a team-based game. So I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to see past just the 6 bosses, you know?
Basically, you don't have friends, you know? So, oh, there's nobody can help you to fucking beat that fucking stubborn, tough
Boss.
It's a real shame. That's tragic for Phil.
Fuck you and your friends.
Well, it's no wonder you don't have any friends.
Maybe I'm wrong. I guess we could see. But for the most part, I have enjoyed the 9 hours. Now, I have one more gripe. I'm playing Elden Ring Night Rain on PC, okay? The game looks absolutely gorgeous on PC, for the record. The graphics are outstanding. But there was one boss, he was called the Gaping Jaw. I think he was actually called like the Baron of the Night or something like that. It's the big dinosaur I told you about that has lightning abilities. For some bizarre reason, when the dinosaur charges up this superpowered lightning attack, the whole game freezes. Like the whole game just goes, zoop, and then it unfreezes and you're dead. And there's nothing you can do about it. I think what it is, it's a giant area of effect attack, and you can either dodge through it or run away far enough to avoid it. But my PC just freezes when he does it. I don't have a low-end PC, and the game runs perfectly except that one attack. So it's obvious they fucked it up. There's something with that attack that they didn't do right with the graphics that it makes your fucking PC freeze. And it's not fair that I get downed every time it does that attack because the PC freezes up. So I think there's some technical things they need to work on that they can perfect. But outside of that, the game actually runs perfectly on my PC. It's the best looking FromSoft experience I've ever had. Looks better than Elden Ring. Looks better than other Dark Souls games. You know, it's really great. So, overall, Elden Ring Night Rain, for what it is, a team-based drop-in, drop-out style, round-based survival game with elements of Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and even Sekiro tossed in. It's a pretty enjoyable experience. I feel like if you've played all the FromSoft games, you'll like it better, because the whole nostalgia factor of, say, fighting the Gaping Dragon in 2025 in a new game, or, you know, the Duke's Dear Frazier, oh, wow, I remember when I played that game for the first time 10 years ago, and I fought this boss, right, in the room full of spiderwebs, and now here you are fighting it again with a team of people. It's kind of fun. Very nostalgic feeling. But, you know, if you haven't played those games, maybe you won't even understand who these bosses are, in which case it's kind of lost on you. Still a good game. And I am enjoying my time. I am going to spend more time. But I could definitely see a bunch of people playing it for a few times and being like, it's not Dark Souls, or it's really not Elden Ring. And the fact that you have to rely on a team is a big question mark. Oh, by the way, some of the connections are pretty delayed. Meaning, you'll be fighting and shooting enemies, and they take a while to respond to your hits. And that's frustrating, especially in a game where it's life and death. And if they get one cheap hit on you, you're done. And you try to hit them or interrupt their attack, and then there's delayed reaction when you shoot them. Obviously, that can be pretty disappointing. I do feel like the netcode can be improved. I do feel like the wonkiness of the platforming can be improved, and the targeting system all should be improved. But for what it is at launch, it's actually not bad. It's better than I thought it was going to be, actually. I thought this game was going to be a disaster, and it's actually not a real disaster. It's just, it's not exactly what you're probably expecting if you're a FromSoft aficionado. But it's still a pretty good outing. It's a reasonable asset flip. They're going to make money on it. So mission accomplished. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, let's see here.
Who fucking
See if any other
cares?
contributions come in. Nope. Okay.
That's funny.
All right.
Come the fuck in and
before
fuck the fuck
we move on
off.
to the next.
Hold on. That was fucking hilarious. So he was literally, so let me, after all that rant and rave, that's my clip for the fucking podcast for today's channel. Now, have I received any contributions? No. Thank you very much to Ultharable for 7 months who says Total War. I don't know what that is, dude. March 2023 playing Oblivion. I know of Total War, never got into it. March 2024 on a shell stream. So Phil's narrative about that Total War game has changed 3 times in 3 years.
It's been tough. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade.
Wow, that's actually impressive.
And when I read a message like that, I'm sorry that I'm tearing up like a
So he went from not knowing what the fucking game was whatsoever in 2023 to barely having done anything with the game in 2024 to feeling nostalgic about it in 2025. That's quite fucking bizarre, Phil. I don't know, I don't think I trust what Phil says as being true. Anyway, once again, here is Phil, hoping, scanning his fucking contributions page, waiting to see the flood of support come in.
Accomplished. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if any other contributions have come in. Nope.
LOL.
Okay. All right. Before we move on to the next segment, I just want to check on something.
What have you ordered now, Phil? What have you fucking ordered now? This is the value use of your audience's time, Phil. You complain about wasting your time playing fucking, Elden Ring DLC and dying at the end.
What? What a bunch of idiots. I ordered something for the Switch. This is what I was going to check on. I ordered something for the Switch for today, and they said they couldn't deliver it, but no explanation as to why.
Fucking low. Maybe Cat was blocking the fucking entry gate. You know? Maybe she fucking got wedged or something, trying to fucking get through the fucking, you know, the you know, secure gate. Oh no, my accessories.
Couldn't deliver it. Okay, why? Why couldn't you deliver it? Can you explain? No. And all it says is, oh, sorry, you can try ordering it again. Well, what does that mean?
Sounds fucking quite simple. I mean, that you know, though they couldn't give you a fucking shit, so try and rearrange it for delivery time.
So did they refund me? I don't even know. I don't even know what they did. Did they refund it?
Who fucking cares?
This is so dumb. I even have all instructions on how to deliver it. Detailed instructions on how to do it. They're all right here.
Go on, Phil. Please tell us the detailed instructions. Let's fucking see how detailed you fucking made it for them.
How much you want to bet the delivery people are idiots? That's my guess. Just a complete moron who doesn't read. Because sadly, I hate to say it, this also happens, you know, sadly, with sometimes food deliveries. You'll give all the information.
Of course. Phil can fucking cite DoorDash. He rarely orders DoorDash, guys. I don't understand. Phil doesn't understand why people think he orders DoorDash all the fucking time. That's just a fucking detractor meme. But Phil can fucking say here, very confidently here, that it happens on a regular fucking basis sometimes with food deliveries. That he rarely orders from, apparently. Yeah, Phil, careful, Phil. Your hypocrisy is showing.
How to access, I live in a private community, okay? There's a front gate. There's a code to get in. So when I have a delivery going, I give all the information out. Here's how you do. I even say, you know, here's where the house is. Person probably is just stupid and didn't read. Just a dummy.
I mean, it's possible they're one of your fans, which would explain how they fucking couldn't read the instructions, you know?
Didn't feel like reading to figure it out how to deliver. So, oh, I give up. And the funny part is there's nothing here I can do. It literally says there's nothing I can do. All the delivery instructions are right there. So what am I supposed to do differently? This is asinine and stupid. And again, this makes me nervous about like my Switch 2 coming on Thursday. You get one competent person and they'll know exactly what they're doing. And then you'll get a moron who doesn't read and doesn't care and doesn't really give a shit. And they just do the bare minimum. And then they won't deliver something. And I'm nervous about Thursday that happens. Imagine I'm doing my marathon. It's like, oh, can't deliver your Switch 2 because the moron is an idiot who doesn't read notes and can't get into your facility.
That would be fucking hilarious. I would laugh and fucking laugh some more.
Great. So yeah, this is frustrating because again, I did have some of the stuff here and I had more stuff coming that I wanted to have here and I don't have it. And I guess all I can do is click get help and try to talk with your customer support about it.
But you're going to wait until you're not doing your podcast, yeah? You're not going to do it now, are you, Phil? Surely not.
Let's see.
Oh my god, he's doing it now. Wow, what a waste of your audience's fucking time, Phil. This is what Phil considers meaningful content. You know, this is a meaningful, positive content apparently.
Stupid automation. This is oh, AI is great. No, it's not. The AI for this stuff is terrible. It never helps you. You always got to try to talk to a human to get any kind of help. You'll never get help from the AI. It will never be able to do anything it needs to do.
Money kinesis. I have money kinesis. He got that money kinesis. He got that hypnosis. He got that money kinesis.
I'm trying to get help because if they try to deliver it again, they're going to screw it up. So we'll do this live while I'm also doing the show. They're going to connect me to an agent to try to figure this out. Anyway, so I have some accessories here of the Switch 2 that I'd like to show you that actually we will be looking at when my Switch 2, hopefully my Switch 2 arrives later on this week. And yeah, it'll be pretty cool to see, you know, what third-party peripherals work well and what are junk. To be honest, you don't know. Especially when you have a brand new console. There may be a company that is kind of reputable or there may be a company that's not so good. So what I wanted to do is show you some of the things that I got that we're going to be testing, okay? So, oh,
Who
by the way, hold on.
fucking cares?
I received a tip.
Oh, this could be Thomas McDonald, Phil's fucking $1,600 whale here.
Now it is time.
Oh, here we go.
Segment that everyone looks forward to. One of the
Yeah,
highest
apparently
rated segments of
Phil
all
got
time.
tipped by the same guy, gave him $1,600 the other day.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's day off.
I wonder why he gave it in dollars and not pounds. Very strange that.
Big ups Meerkat.
Hold on.
Wow, what great content Phil is producing today. This is how you do it, guys. This is 18 years of a legacy right here. This is how it's done.
So, I got a $2 tip. Congrats on your recent success. Can't wait for the Switch 2. I've got truck sim because of you, and I might get a wheel. Thoughts on the slippery slope of normalizing
fucking
drinking during gaming
cares?
for contributions? And now he's like, oh, you're a former alcoholic. How about this? Fuck you. I can drink if I want because I'm a fucking...
Jesus Christ! No, oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Look, no, Phil, you are not a former fucking alcoholic, okay? Look, Phil does not understand what fucking alcoholism is. Alcoholism is a fucking disease. You know? You can't just, you don't just fucking dip your toes back into fucking having several cans or whatever, and it's all fucking not, that's not how it works, Phil. Yeah, Eddie, you'll know more better than most of us. Phil has constantly fucking said that. In fact, it was his excuse that he used to avoid getting his arse kicked off Jahan Mike Watson. Guys, please don't hit me, I'm an alcoholic, I didn't mean to say those things. That was literally what Phil said. Phil claimed, you know, please don't hit me, I'm an alcoholic. And one more time. But, nah, I hate it when Phil uses a horrible affliction and pretends he's fucking had it. He's pretended he's fucking had depression, even though there's fucking no evidence or signs that he's ever fucking been treated for it. He's pretended to be an alcoholic, but he clearly has never been an alcoholic because he fucking consumes alcohol all the fucking time and demands money to drink alcohol on streams and special events. And he's also fucking pretending his wife is fucking potentially getting cancer when he's fucking talking to Kino Casino. He uses horrible afflictions on a regular to gain what, sympathy, pity, or something from random people on the internet. Why? It's just manic behaviour.
Switch 2. I've got truck sim because of you, and I might get a wheel. Thoughts on the slippery slope of normalizing drinking during gaming for contributions? And now he's like, oh, you're a former alcoholic. How about this? Fuck you. I can drink if I want because I'm a fucking adult, as long as I do it responsibly, which I do. I'm not drinking and driving. I'm not advising that people do bad things. Go fuck yourself. I can drink whenever I want, and you'll like it. Okay. So he's a moron hiding behind the tip because he thought that I was going to care because he says that nice stuff first, and he says, you're a recovering alcoholic. Why are you drinking? Because I'm an adult and I can do what I want, and you can kiss my fucking ass. Thanks.
Oh my god. No. It's disgusting. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. It really is. It really is fucking disgusting behaviour. To fucking pretend to be an alcoholic. To what, gain pity and sympathy or whatever. Phil has no concept of what alcoholism is. Like, it's been a while since I played a fucking video, so fuck it, I'm gonna fucking play a video, I don't care. It'll derail us, but I don't fucking care. You know, so hold on. There's a monologue that was made before. It's a wee bit lengthy, you know. I do apologise for that, you know what I mean, but fuck it, you know, needs must, you know what I mean.
For me, comedy should have...
So this is a Scottish guy, you know, but he had a TV talk show in America for a wee while, you know, Craig Ferguson, you know, and he talks about life, you know, his struggles. It's like he was an alcoholic, and his life went in a spiral essentially, and he fucking almost ruined his entire career in life because of alcoholism. Like, this is a great example of somebody explaining to you what alcoholism is, and how it's not just a case of, oh, I went to fucking rehab and now I can drink again, or whatever. That's not the case. Fuck it. May derail, fuck it, but it's worth it though, because this is a good clip.
For me, comedy should have a certain amount of joy in it. It should be about us attacking the powerful people, attacking the politicians and the Trumps and the blowhards of the world, going after them.
But wait, this is 15 years ago, so, you know, this is nothing to do with Trump being president at the time, whatever. This is like 15 years old, this fucking clip, you know, so, yeah.
We shouldn't be attacking the vulnerable people. And I think, this is totally a mea culpa, this is just for me. I think my aim's been off a bit recently. I want to change it a bit. So tonight, no Britney Spears jokes, and here's why. Here's exactly why.
Tells you how fucking old a fucking clip is, you know what I mean? Fucking Britney Spears was a fucking relevant topic at the fucking media at that time.
Britney Spears. I'm not doing it. Brent, listen, when the kind of weekend she had, she was checking in out of rehab, she was shaving her head, getting tattoos. That's what she was doing this weekend. This Sunday, I was 15 years sober. So I looked at her weekend, and I looked at my own weekend, and I thought, you know, I'd rather have my weekend. But what she's going through reminds me of what I was doing. It's an anniversary, you start to think about it. It reminds me of where I was 15 years ago, when I was living like that. Now, I'm not saying Britney Spears is an alcoholic. I don't know if she's an alcoholic or not. But she clearly needs help. And now what I do here is I speak for myself. There's speculation, there's always speculation if you're on television about somebody's behind it, or the corporation, the production people. There's not. This is me, all right? It's me and you, right? I'm trying to be honest with you. I'm not an expert on alcoholism or anything else, but I am an expert on my own story. I was there when it happened. Well, I was present. The tape recorder wasn't running until February the 18th, 1992. And it made me think about the last Christmas that I had when I was a drinking man. Hopefully the last one as a drinking man. I was in a terrible mess. I wasn't shaving my head and getting tattoos. I saved that for later. I got that for my midlife crisis. But when I got sober, I was a bit older than Brittany. I was 29. And Christmas morning, before I got sober, I had been on an all-night bender. And I woke up in a room above a bar. I'd been in that pub the night before. It was Christmas Eve. I was going to have a drink and then go home. I was in London. I was going to go to Scotland. But, you know, the one thing led to another. I stayed in the room above the pub, you know. And I woke up on Christmas morning, and I was, you know, I was soaked in my own urine. At least I think it was mine. I can't be certain. I couldn't say with total honesty that it was my urine. I didn't have it tested, is what I'm saying. I hope to this day it was mine. Anyway, I woke up that morning. Now, this is the mind of an alcoholic. I woke up that morning, Christmas morning, and I thought, you know, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to kill myself today. I'm going to do it today. And what I did was, I thought, I made a plan as I'm getting myself together. I thought, I'll go down to Tower Bridge in London, which is the one that goes, you know, that one, and I'll swan dive to my death. I don't know how to swan dive, but I was going to do it. And I thought, by doing this, I'll show them. I didn't even know who they were, but I was going to show them. I was desperately confused and desperately twisted and turned upside down by whatever the hell was going on in my head. You know, and on the way out of the bar, you know, Tommy, the barman that I'd been drinking with, you know, he was kind of playing around at the bar. He was getting drinks together at the bar in the morning. Now, he had slept behind the bar all night. I'm not saying he's an alcoholic, but he slept behind the bar all night. He was a night.
Part of me likes to think that, you know, Tom wanted to fucking sleep in his bed, but fucking Craig was in it, and he pissed all over it, so fucking Tom had no choice but to fucking just sleep behind the bar instead. Part of me likes to fucking believe that's why Tom was sleeping behind the fucking bar.
This fella told me, and he said to me, "Where are you going?" And I didn't want to cause a fuss and say, well, I'm going to go to Tower Bridge this one day and kill myself. So I said, I'm going home. And he said, to Scotland? I said, yeah. He said, well, there's no transport. It's Christmas. You can't get a bus. The planes aren't running. You can't go anywhere. I said, just let me go, Tommy, will you? And he said, well, before you go, have a glass of sherry for Christmas morning. And I said, oh, all right, all right. So he poured me the type of glass of sherry that only an alcoholic would pour you, a venti sherry, they would call it in Starbucks. And I had my glass of sherry, and, one thing led to another, and I forgot to kill myself that day.
That quote there is fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? That right fucking there is like a ridiculous fucking quote.
Here's the important point. The alcohol saved my life. I was self-medicating. I'm an alcoholic. I needed alcohol. I needed something. You know, and from that point on, until February the 18th the following year, it's all a bit foggy. You know, I would wake up and play. I was on a wild bender. I was doing stand-up gigs, apparently. I wish we had tapes of that. I'm sure they were hilarious. Anyway, on the day I finally decided to stop, I called a friend of mine who had disappeared out of the pub world and gotten sober. You know, there was scuttlebutt about him in the bars. And I called him up and I said, I need help. And he said, yeah, I've been expecting this call. And he got me into a rehab. And it wasn't like the way the rehab is, or portrayed in the news outlets at the moment, where all the kind of, you know, Lindsay Lohans and fabulous people all getting... My roommate in rehab was a 65-year-old vicar, a priest from the Church of England, who was getting, he said, yes, well, the thing is, Craig, the parishioners were complaining that all the communion wine was going missing. It's true. He said, and also, an old lady said that there was a hobo sleeping in the church graveyard. I had to pretend to go and look for him, but it was me. And so what happened is, I stuck with it. I was in. Now, there is a myth that goes around popular culture, I think, right now as well, which is that alcoholism can be cured by a 28 stint in rehab. I'm sorry to annoy the censors, but that is horse. That is horse. It is not my experience. For me, there's two types of rehab clinics. So there's the good ones that say to you, you know, you've done your 28 days, this is the beginning. You now have a lifetime of vigilance. This is a chronic condition that you're going to have to manage, deal with the rest of your life. And the bad ones, you know, the bad rehab centres will say, you're good, off you go. You know, the Reverend Ted Haggard, for example, when he gets out of the rehab and is cured of his gayness, this is clearly an unscrupulous bunch of people running that rehab. The point I'm trying to make to you is this. Now, I have been sober 15 years. There is absolutely no way I have a drinking problem. I don't have a drinking problem. I can get one fast, but I don't have a drinking problem. I have a thinking problem. I'm 15 years sober. Last week, right, I find out that Guinness has 125 calories a pint, and without a word of a lie, I'm thinking, maybe I should go on a diet. That's clearly insane. What Guinness did to me, and I'm thinking, well, it's only 125 calories. What can possibly go wrong? I want to make something clear to you. I'm not advocating temperance. I'm not advocating that. I'm saying this is for me. You know, if I could drink, I would drink, but I can't. You can't say, you know, to kids, drink responsibly. You can say to me, drink responsibly, and I'll say, I'll try. But I can't. Certain types of people can't drink. I'm one of them. I threw in the towel with alcoholism 15 years ago, and I've been trying for the last 15 years to get little bits of it back. And it looks to me a little bit that Britney Spears has a similar problem going on with alcohol. This woman has 2 kids. She's 25 years old. She's a baby herself. She's a baby. You know, and the thing is, you can embarrass somebody to death. It's embarrassing to admit you're an alcoholic. It's embarrassing to wake up in your pee or someone else's pee. It doesn't really matter. It's embarrassing. Now, I'm not absolving this woman of her behaviour. I'm not. You have to be responsible for your actions, sick or well. You have to be responsible for your actions. You just have to be. All of us are accountable. You have to be. If you have, God forbid you have a kidney problem, you don't go into dialysis. It's your responsibility to somehow get yourself to dialysis. It's your responsibility to deal with the condition that you have in whatever way you can. Now, all of us in America and in Scotland and anywhere I've ever been in my life, everybody knows an alcoholic. They're either, they've worked for one, or they have one work for them, they have a parent or a sibling or a child. Everybody. There's not one of us. It does a friend. God forbid some of you poor people are married to them. You know what it's like. Now, I have found this. You can't beat it with money. If you could beat this rap with money, rich people wouldn't die. You can't. There's, for me, only for me, and I only speak for myself, so I've got to stress this to you, I have found that the only way I could deal with it is find other people who had similar experiences and talk to them. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost a thing. And they're very very easy to find. They're very near the front of the telephone book.
So yeah, that's that whole thing right there. So it's sort of to derail randomly, but it's also when you get this fucking idiot talking, like, pretending to have, like, things, like, oh, he's pretending to have these afflictions, whatever, just for the sake of, like, getting, like, pity or sympathy, whatever. He clearly has no concept of what he's talking about, you know? So, yeah, that's the end of that. End of that derail. Let's get back to the bingo, shall we?
Hello, hello, and welcome. Only mic was on. It's been on the whole time, huh?
Okay.
I don't even know.
Yes, I did have to be an asshole to him, because when someone's going to be messed up to you like that, you have to treat them with the exact way that you understand that they need to be treated so they go away. Because someone like that, they're going to talk, oh, how dare you drink on stream? And don't you think that's a bad example because you're a former alcoholic? No, because I drink responsibly. I'm not drinking and driving. I'm not going and doing stupid shit. I'm not messing with guns and weapons and stuff while I'm drinking. We're playing video games. So if I have a White Claw when I'm doing Truck Sim, that's fine. It's any adult's right to do that. If we're doing a marathon and I say, hey, we hit a certain support goal and you guys want to see me get a little tipsy, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm in the safety of my own home office. In fact, that's probably the safest way to do it. Don't go drinking and driving at the bar or at a restaurant. If you do it safely at home, it's fine. So what don't you understand? But what it is they content farm. This person actually wanted me to try to, like, say something about, oh yeah, alcoholism and shit. Go fuck yourself. No, really, I mean it. Go fuck yourself. Leave me alone. Okay. All right, so I received a generous $13 tip from Thomas. He says, I want to get your tax to a round number. Thomas, it's good to see you. Good morning and welcome to the stream. I know that you can't always attend the streams, but it's good to have you. Thanks for the support. So that is, that will get us to a good round number.
Let us continue. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance.
We're now at $20 of support. Excellent.
It's not that deep. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming
Okay.
next week. One more chance left to blow. You ready? 8 time go. 8 time flow. They thought I fell off. No. Like a prime D rose I be dunking on these hoes. Turn you into T-part. Striking the T-pose. So let me tell you now what the story is. They call me DSP. Notorious. I'm cruising and wrenching. Fast and furious with my homie Pastor Eric Miller. He's quite curious.
And that's somebody right there who's already got a compromised moral compass.
Okay.
My trolls are always watching me, waiting for another disaster.
All right. So, sorry, because I'm talking with customer support to get this thing redelivered today. It sounds like it will be. Not that it's a huge deal, but again, makes you concerned when you specifically provide instructions that says, I live in a private community, here's how you get in, here's where my house is, deliver it this way, and then they come and they say, oh, we don't have access, they drive away. They do this all the time. You know who's infamous for doing this? The United States Postal Service. They're the absolute worst. They'll say that they deliver on a day, and they never do, and then they lie, and they'll say they don't have access to your home. What are you talking about? The United States Postal Service has a special box and a special key that opens our gate 24/7, 7 days a week. They demanded that we give this to them, or they said they wouldn't deliver mail to us. So we actually paid a whole bunch of money. You know, I live in a private community, so we all had to foot the bill to have this specialty electronic box installed so that they have 24/7 access, but then they still have the balls to say, oh, we don't have access when they don't decide to just deliver something. Because what happens is then it doesn't hurt their metrics. Then they say, oh, it wasn't our fault, we couldn't deliver. So, you know, we can't be held accountable, even though it's always them. It's pretty messed up.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
All right, so let's start taking a look at some of these cool accessories that we're going to be testing out with the Switch 2 this week. I'm not going to be taking any of them out of the packaging. I just want to show you many of the things that I have lined up so that we can take a look at them together and see if it's something that may be worth your time, okay? I just got a $2 tip. Someone says, what's a cuisine you've never tried before? Maybe one day we can take that off the list if a place opens up. Good question. But the thing is, if I haven't had it, I don't really know if I would be able to pull it off the top of my head. Like, I would say a lot of European food I've never tried. I don't think I've ever had anything authentically German. I don't think I've had anything authentically French. British food, I've only just eaten those meat pies, remember? And that was the first time I ever had any exposure to British food. I'm sure there's tons more British food that I could have. I've never had anything Russian. I've never had anything pretty much, you know, Middle Eastern food. If you think about it, I've probably had things that are more like Turkish style, Mediterranean style. I don't know if I've ever had like genuine Middle Eastern cuisine at all. You know, that kind of stuff.
Who fucking cares?
What? I'm not even kidding you. Just listen to this. I'm in customer support chat for the item that couldn't be delivered because they didn't have access, despite the fact I gave them the information to have access. They just said, oh, well, here's the name and phone number of the driver if you want to call them yourself. I'm in chat with you. What is your job then? I have to call the driver? What do you get paid for?
Bruh.
They actually want me to call. What?
Day to day on tips and shit is funny. Oh, so hilarious that this guy.
Anyway.
No,
Yikes.
fucking funny. Now shut up.
Anyway, let's continue. Well, anyway, so what are the cuisines? I don't know. Like, if you guys could bring up some cuisines, right? Then, you know, that you think I would like, but I've never had them, then maybe we could put them on a list and we can see if ever we find a way to get those cuisines, but I don't know. Sadly, like I said, a lot of stuff out here is just not available. A lot of stuff out here, I live in a part of the country, okay, where it's heavy Asian population, you know, and that's not just like what you think. We think Asian, you think, oh, you mean Chinese, Japanese? No, Thai, Vietnamese, you know, Indian food is huge out here. Like, a lot of different, you know, Asian cultures live here. So that kind of food is incredibly easy to get. But outside of those, it's kind of tough to get anything else. There's very little European style cuisine out here, and variety in that regard. So yeah, that's why, you know, when people say, oh, DSP tries it, why don't you try something different? It's like, because you search, you get the same shit over and over. You know what I mean?
Great. If you can help me and tip me, please do. That's what I need help with right now, okay? Again, I'm not.
Oh my God. This is ridiculous.
You know idiots will come out and praise. Phil's saying he wants you to pay directly.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. It's you guys, and you know how much you're liking the content I'm doing in a given day, how much you can afford to support that content. Can you argue it's a begging model?
Basically, they're not helping me at all. They want me to do all the work. I don't work for you. You work for you. You do the work. You contact your driver. You tell them how to get access, and then you receive a paycheck for it. Not me. Yikes. Okay. This is ridiculous. Let's go ahead and let's look at some of these Switch accessories before I rip my hair out of my head here live on stream, okay? Unbelievable. Okay, so the first accessory we're going to try, this one is an alternative to the incredibly pricey option that Nintendo is offering. Okay, what this is an accessory that lets you take the new Switch 2, what do they call them, Joy-Cons, and you attach the Joy-Cons to the side of it. You then plug it in via USB, and now you can use the Joy-Cons as a standard controller using this device while they charge. Otherwise, you need to have the Joy-Cons attached to the Switch and have it be in handheld mode.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Cal Detson for the super chat, who says, what if it's a detractor on Never Allow? You think the driver could be some evil, mentally ill motherfucker out to get Phil Burnell and not deliver this fucking precious random package today? I mean, it's possible. It's definitely a possibility. You never know. I mean, if you want to believe Phil, everyone's out to get him. So yeah, it's a distinct possibility.
They charge. Otherwise, you need to have the Joy-Cons attached to the Switch and have it be in handheld mode, which is kind of weird. Like, how else are you going to charge these things? Because I was thinking in my head, when we get the Switch 2 on Thursday, the Joy-Cons aren't going to have a full charge. We have to charge them. Well, how do I play the Switch if we're waiting for them to charge? This accessory right here, okay? So, yeah, it's supposed to be via USB-C, which I have a big cable for. I actually bought a big USB-C cable for it. And so, yeah, we're going to test it out. That is what we're going to do on launch days. We're going to actually play it with the Joy-Cons. Now, I'm well aware that there's going to be a ton of controllers that will be compatible with Switch 2. Even the new PC controller I've been using works with Switch 1, and that's also supposed to work with Switch 2. Apparently, the original Pro controller from Switch 1 works with Switch 2. But I want to play with the Joy-Cons. I want to test them. That's the whole idea, is using the standard controller. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this will be for. And by the way, this is half the price of the Nintendo one and does exactly the same thing. It's just the third party made it instead of Nintendo. Nintendo is charging $40 for this. This was $20.
Who fucking
so that's one of the accessories that we'll be checking out and testing live, obviously. Okay, hold on. This is ridiculous. I would love to contact the driver, but I'm only allowed to chat. Then what do you work there for? Like, you're not even doing anything. This is ridiculous.
Fuck you, Phil.
Bruh.
That's boring. You're boring everybody. Quit boring everyone.
Coming up, my day off on Tuesday. Tips. Nintendo Online. Tips. Bills and stuff. Tips. Tips are the liquidity.
Nice shirt, 25 cents.
Grocery shopping. Tips.
My biggest fans are idiots.
Coming up, my day off on Tuesday.
Yikes. Anyway. Okay, continuing on. Well, one thing, I have no idea if I'm going to end up using these or not. But I've actually never really used something like this. I've seen people back in the day use stuff like this all the time. And I was curious if this would actually feel any better or work any better than what it comes with. So I actually got a pack of thumbstick attachments specifically for the new Switch 2 Joy-Con. And there's 3 different, like, heights. I guess there's, like, the highest one is kind of chunky in the middle. And then there's a thinner one. So it's a set of those to test out for the Joy-Cons and see how it feels and see if I like one better than another rather than just the standard thumbstick. I feel like this might work well because a lot of the times these thumbsticks just wear out really easily. So if you put a cover on it, if the cover wears out instead of the thumbstick, maybe that's better. I don't know, but try. And by the way, this was cheap. This was less than $10. I think it was like $8 or something like that. So just something to try out, see if they fit, see how they feel, if they feel better than the regular Joy-Con without it. Okay. Well, I got a third-party version of the racing wheel. I have no clue how this is going to work, okay? So basically what you're supposed to do is take the Joy-Con and put it into these pieces of plastic that simulate a wheel. Now, I can't imagine this being very big. Look how small the box is. It's hilarious because the picture that they showed people holding like a full-size wheel like this. I was like, is it really going to be that big? No, it's tiny. So how big can this realistically be? It's probably incredibly small, okay? So that's going to be something interesting to try. It's probably going to be a piece of crap. For the record, I bought the wheel for the Wii way back when to play that Mario Kart game that was on the Wii. I forget which version that was, okay? It was like 2 Mario Karts ago. And it actually played worse with the wheel accessory than it actually did with the Wii mode itself. Just having the Wii mode in your hand and turning worked better than having the wheel because the wheel wouldn't turn far enough. So to make a turn around a sharp corner, you'd have to go like this with your hands, which who could do that? You know, it was really bizarre, a really bizarre accessory. So this will be interesting. Number one, will it even improve the controls of Mario Kart? And number two, is this any good quality? Because it looks tiny, right? Like how small could this possibly be? All right, that'll be something to test. Oh, here we go. Our chat can only deal with a chat style issue. You have to call our phone number to have someone call the driver. You are insane. You know what? Oh my Lord. So they want me to stop my stream, stop working, to call them, to speak to the human, to say, hey, you already have the information to access the facility. It sounds like your driver doesn't know how to read. Can you get them to learn how to be, literate so they can enter? Unbelievable, man. Anyway, there was something else too that I'm getting delivered. I want to see if that showed up.
Who fucking cares?
No, they've already bumped the delivery. That's great.
It complements the flavor perfectly. And it's so weird because it's nothing like any other
Yep.
cuisine.
Okay, so it's not coming right now, so, okay.
Any other cuisine that tastes like that. But it's
All
so
right,
good.
continuing on.
What I like about Mediterranean food,
I got some screen protectors, tempered glass, one touch, and it has a whole big applicator that's supposedly shaped specifically to the Switch 2. It's supposed to be easy application. Now, here's the funny part about it. So I bought these, and then I actually found out Switch 2 already has a screen protector. Yeah, did you know that? Switch 2 actually has a switch protector installed on it already by default. And apparently Nintendo didn't make this known, but people now have the unit and are finding it. Like, yeah, what's this? It's already a protective film they put on it. So technically, you actually don't need a screen protector. But I bought them, so now it's like, what are you going to do? So I guess we'll try it anyway. I'm being told this will apply. Like, you could put this on the screen protector that's already on there, and essentially then you have 2 screen protectors on your Switch. Okay. Now, I bought a few things, which I am very curious to even see what the hell they are. All right. So I bought 2 models of a case for the Switch 2, but this is the weirdest thing. They are claiming that these cases stay on the Switch 2 no matter what, and you can dock your Switch 2 with the case on it. What? If it has a case on it, how can you still dock it? Like, how would it fit? And I was so curious. I bought 2 different models from 2 different companies. They're supposed to look different, so I don't know what they're going to, we're going to see. We're going to unbox them and test them out. But I've never heard, how do you have a case on the Switch 2, but it's still going to fit in the dock and charge? So they could be crap, and then I'll return them. But they could be good. I want to try them. We have 2 different cases of this style to try on the Switch 2. Okay.
Make the bad man stop.
I also got a travel case that has a fancy design on it, and it's supposed to house not only the Switch 2 and the Joy-Cons, but it's also supposed to house games. Now, I haven't even opened it. Did you see? I'm not unboxing any of this stuff. I'm going to do it live on the stream on Thursday when we first unbox the Switch 2. So I'm not going to do any of this till we have it. I don't want it to spoil. I'm showing you how many things I actually have to test out. All right. So we got that case. And then in addition to all of that, I was curious about this. A charging dock that's a standalone charging dock that your magnetic Switch 2 controllers are supposed to snap to and attach to remotely charge, so you don't have to have them on the side of your Switch. You can just put them on the dock when you're done using them. But the dock has LEDs. RGB LEDs on it. How fancy is that? Who doesn't want RGBs on their dock charger? I mean, that's the selling point of the dock charger for me. Okay, so we got to try that. All right. Now, some of the other things, like I said, I had another case that I ordered. Now, this case looked unique. What this case was supposed to be was like a form factor case to the Switch 2. Like, it actually specifically forms to the controllers and the thumbsticks and stuff.
Dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Broside Phil for the $5 super chat who says, palate cleanser, I can't deal. Yeah, this is brutal. It's like, is making it as like mission just to fucking bore the crap out of everyone, you know, I think he's trying to give everyone a fucking brain aneurysm just by fucking just waffling about fucking, who cares about this? Like, he's basically going to repeat the same things on Thursday. That's the worst part. He's basically going to just repeat this all on Thursday. So it's gonna be awful.
Form factor case to the Switch 2. Like, it actually specifically forms to the controllers and the thumbsticks and stuff. And that didn't get delivered yet. It was supposed to be delivered this morning, but they bumped the delivery till afternoon. So I'm not going to have that now to show you today. And in addition, I had some other accessories as well. So we will have a good amount of stuff, particularly of all these things. I would say these three, to find out if they're good or not. Like, the wheel, is it worth it, or is it just a piece of junk? Does it not actually do anything, right? The thumbstick attachments, are they good, or are they actually just crap? And this, which is the third-party version, okay, of the same thing that Nintendo's charging $40 for, this one's only $20, is the third-party discounted version, more viable? Because if this works, this is a great solution for a lot of people rather than have to buy the official Nintendo one, all right? The other stuff is just kind of fun. Like I said, I can't imagine having a protective case that will fit the Switch 2 that also can dock at the same time, but they claim they do. And I have two different models of it. So I guess we're going to have some fun stuff to mess around with along with the Switch 2 on Thursday, okay? So now it's official, by the way. The wager that we did, or the prediction that we did earlier. How many Switch 2 accessories will be revealed? 5 or less, or more than 5? I just showed you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ones. So the people who said more than 5 are the winners on Kick. Congratulations. And by the way, less people chose more than 5. So that means they just made out and won some big points. Congrats. The funny part about this is Dying Not Dead in chat says, I mean this in the nicest possible way, but you're a mark. I'm not a mark. I'm testing these products for the stream so you know whether or not to get them. Anything here that, number 1, isn't good, I can return. And number 2, this is my job. I'm literally reviewing these peripherals, right? This is actually the first time I'm able to really do so, because they were all available before the launch of the console and readily available. So this is a review. It's a review segment of my content. Why do you think I'm a mark? I'm not someone who's a consumer who ran out and bought them and still have 700 accessories. You know what I mean? Like, this is, I'm going to do it for business purposes.
Segment that everyone looks forward to. One of
Anyway.
the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. So
It is time. Feels
that's what I got for today. And let's see how things go. Hopefully. Things go smoothly with my Switch 2 later this week. I don't know. They might or might not, I guess. We have to see if someone competent ends up being the person to try to deliver something or not. I'll be honest, right now, I don't really have much confidence with the way that things are going. Things earlier in the week that have nothing to do with it aren't being delivered properly. Unbelievable.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes.
How the fuck do I mute this stupid mic? I have no idea.
Impressively stupid. Anyway, okay, so we got a little bit of extra time. What would you guys like to talk about? Please tag me in the chats. See what you guys want to talk about. Let's get some more support because we got $22 and we're about to play Blueprints. All right, and you know with Blueprints, there's a select audience that likes it, and it's not everyone. Obviously, this is the only time I'm playing Blueprints this week. I would love to hit the goal, to get momentum going so we can do DSP Tries It on Friday. So let's get it going. Who's going to be our first sub? We have no subs on Kick today. Are you kidding me? Let's get our first sub over on Kick right now. And who's going to be our first member? How about another super chat besides Ian? All right. What's up, King Michael? Good morning. How are you? Do I have space on my table to mount a wheel? Mount? Who said anything about mounting? You have to mount a wheel? See, I don't know anything about this. If it's a clip-on, then it can clip right here on the table. All I'll do is I'll clear this stuff off, and I'll just have it here, clipped on the end of the table. If it's not a clip-on, no, I'm not going to drill holes in the table and shit. I'm not doing that. It's ridiculous. Is Moonshine going to be part of the 100 Goals Marathon? During the 100 Goals Marathon, I will have a couple of the leftover shots from previous marathons. I will have various kinds of tequila. I'll have some White Claws and alcoholic lemonades. And I have the Moonshine, but I'm not going to be drinking that unless some ridiculous circumstance happens, because when I drank it last time, I got sick and didn't feel good. Remember, I had it, and then I had such a horrible, feeling the next day. I couldn't even stream right away. I felt like shit. So no, I don't want to drink the Moonshine if I can avoid it, I'm not going to do it. Shout out to Omega Sauce. Omega Sauce is our first gifted sub of the day. Thank you, Omega Sauce. Appreciate that. Jasper. I think Jasper just triggered my printer. I'm serious.
I care about nothing in life.
Hold on one second. Jasper, you were in the window, so what's going on with the printer?
Who fucking cares?
Yo, Phil.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up!
Yes! Get on with it!
I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are.
Well, I'm blown away. I told you guys a week or two ago, if you remember, that my printer broke, remember? Out of nowhere, because I'd only printed like 2 sets of pages ever in that printer. I had it only a year and a half and it broke. So I bought a brand new printer, which is a good one. Like this printer is like a better brand, higher end printer. It was making noise and I thought Jasper was over there. Maybe I hit a button. No, I looked and said, oh, performing auto cleaning. The printer actually automatically cleans itself periodically to make sure that it can print whatever it wants. Well, that's kind of cool. I had no idea it did that. It's fooled me. Like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's actually doing something really good. Okay.
Who fucking cares?
Cool. What kind of tequila do I like, gold or silver? It depends. Like, silver tequila, I feel like... So the gold tequila typically has more flavor when it comes to, like, caramel flavor, or sometimes has a stronger, like a... How can I say? Sometimes it'll have, like, a little bit of a citrus flavor. It depends, right? But I think that's the whole point. Like, the deeper the color of a caramel or darker colored tequila, it has more of that other flavor. White tequila or silver tequila, I think, is just more focused on just the tequila flavor, correct? So I would say, like, the silver tequila is probably better for mixing drinks. If you're going to do shots and you want more flavor, you probably want the gold. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, that's just my experience. Like, I know that the ones that have the gold colorings usually have different flavors. Yes, I'm aware of a new 007 game coming out, but they're going to talk about it during Summer Game Fest, so there's no real point, right? We'll talk about it during Summer Game Fest when they actually present it. I don't have a...
Well, I'm blown away. Tipped £1. Cat pass gas.
That was okay. That was why? Why? I mean, I get the pun, being blown up. It's a good one, but still, Jesus Christ, man. Okay, let's try. I mean, I'm telling you what, guys. I'm tempted just to fucking rage quit this bingo. Phil is boring the crap out of me. I think we're all losing brain cells.
Yes, I'm aware of a new 007 game coming out, but they're going to talk about it during Summer Game Fest, so there's no real point, right? We'll talk about it during Summer Game Fest when they actually present it. I don't have a favorite rum. In fact, I haven't had rum in a very long time. I don't even remember the last time I've drank rum in my life. It was definitely years ago. See, because when I was younger, I drank rum all the time, way too much. It was a very bad thing I did. I used to drink tons of rum with like Coke Zero to give it minor flavor. Very unhealthy. And I've already spoken about my past, and I'm not proud of it. I was ashamed I used to drink that much and be stupid about it. So now today, if I think I'm gonna have a drink, like rum is the last thing I think of, unless it's gonna be like a mixed drink at a restaurant or something that has rum in it. I would probably not buy rum and just drink it at home. So, like, I used to buy those pre-mixed rum drinks, the ones that are the weird colors, like neon, you know, like fruit punch neon or blue. And you drink it, and you just like get sloshed, drunk, drinking it over ice. I used to do that. I used to take the pure rum and pour it in a cup that was like this tall, and I would fill like 80% up, and then pour a little bit of Coke Zero on top and drink it and get shit-faced. And this is my YouTube day, my early YouTube days. You know, we're talking like 16 years ago. That's what I would do. I would go on like these crazy gaming benders where I would drink an insane amount, completely unhealthy, and then start recording. And record for like 12 hours straight. Pretty insane. Do I know how to swim? Well, I haven't actually swam in a very long time, but when I was younger, I did swim and knew what I was doing, but now I probably would be rusty at it. Swimming is not that difficult, unless you're in a current. It's actually not hard to do. Okay, so I had gotten distracted by the printer. So we got our first super chat from Ian. We got our first sub from Omega Sauce. We got some tips, and the biggest tip so far today is from Thomas. Thank you all. And let's try to keep that momentum going as we head into Blueprints today. Because obviously, this is my one stream of Blueprints for the week. And as you know, when I start playing the game, a lot of people are going to leave. They're going to be like, oh, I'm so bored. Blueprints is a boring game. Personally, I think it's one of the most original, fun games I've played in a very long time. And I obviously want to keep playing it and keep it in the rotation. So please, let's see if we can hit the goal today and get to 2 out of 10. We should talk over the week about what you guys want me to do for DSP Tries It later in the week, because I'm just not sure. I've looked yesterday. I didn't really see anything. Doesn't mean that there's nothing out there. It just might mean that I'm not aware. So if anyone knows...
What's up?
Thank you very much, Gilditson, for the super chat. Who says, why are we here? Just to suffer. It's just, yeah, look, Phil is boring the bejesus out of all, you know. It's just, I mean, I'm willing to take an L for today for not winning, you know what I mean? It's like we're still quite a bit away. Like, we have 2 free spaces so far. But it's it's unfair to just expect, like, fucking, like, Phil's not going to do a whole lot more sipping and snorting or whatever. But, you know, the begging seems to be a bit light as well, you know what I mean? He's going to go away soon, you know what I mean? So, it's just, I'm willing to take the L today, you know what I mean? Just to fucking, just escape this fucking horrible fucking, it's like this is awful from Phil today. He spent half the fucking stream fucking not talking. Just sitting there on his phone. Or talking to, like, tech support or something. It's been awful.
Tries it later in the week, because I'm just not sure. I've looked yesterday, I didn't really see anything. Doesn't mean that there's nothing out there. It just might be that I'm not aware. So if anyone knows of anything that I could try, let me know. We're going to be doing sushi during the Switch 2 Marathon this coming Thursday.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Add sweetness as a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tart
No, I don't think we're doing DSP tries at Applebee's. Like, seriously, it looked so bad. It looked so effing bad when we looked at the menu. It was like, oh, come on. The food completely looked fake and frozen. You know, didn't look like it was of any good quality at all. I don't think I want to be eating at Applebee's. Or at least if we're going to, we'll wait some time to do it. Like, we just did Red Robin, so I don't want to do Applebee's right now. Well, I tried the Hell Is This demo. Maybe I didn't know that there was one, but right now I don't have time to do anything. Right now I have to focus on the games I'm playing. Maybe later in the year, if there is a demo, we'll check it out. Muckman, no, I've told you guys week after week after week, I'm not going to tell you any details about my Switch 2 at all because I don't want people messing with it. Just rest assured it's coming on Thursday. I just don't know when. That's the problem. I wish I knew exactly when. The demo came out today. Well, we're not playing it today. That's not happening. Minecraft will be Wednesday night again because last night people were very supportive with Minecraft and I agreed that we get the support goal. I would play it again this week, so we're doing it Wednesday night, okay? Okay. Well, I think we covered everything I wanted to cover. As you see, Night Rain, I'm liking. I'm debating if I should play it more on Wednesday or not. I guess we'll have to talk about that. And the Switch 2 launch looks like it's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to test out so many different accessories with this thing, get it hooked up, play Mario all day. It's going to be a great day. So I hope you guys are getting more and more excited as we approach Thursday, okay? All right, everyone. Well, thank you so very much. I appreciate all of you, and I hope that you enjoyed today's show. Tomorrow, we'll do it all again. And thank you for watching. Tomorrow, we'll obviously talk about how Blueprints and how Truck Simulator went, and any other gaming news, etc. And then we will jump into more gameplay fun. Thank you all for watching the Level 1 Podcast. I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. Cool, good stuff, guys. All right, so here's the deal. I got to take a break. Not that I wanted to take a break here, because I actually wouldn't have. But I got to take a break to make a phone call, because the customer service is a joke at this place. So I'm looking at the wrong camera. So I got to waste time calling them and telling them how to do their job, because their chat is completely worthless. Isn't that nice? So I have to take a break to make a phone call. Hopefully I don't have to sit on hold for an hour. I would prefer to actually come back and be able to do gameplay with you guys today. But I guess we'll see. In the meantime, all right, enjoy some highlight clips. And then I'll be back with Blueprints. And guys, please support the stream when I come back. Let's be closer to that goal, all right? All right, guys, thank you so much. And I shall return.
Right, now we're going to go to the rest of the schedule, but if you give you guys 1 second, I just got to run and do something very quick. I'll be right back.
I'll be back.
And of course, at this point in time, we can just fast forward until Phil returns. I assume he'll be away for a while, being on the phone to like customer support about, or is he still away? Wait, is he still away? Or has he just come back now? I think he's just come back now. Right, here we go. He's back.
Okay.
It's almost
I just got to put the chair cover on and then we can begin, everybody.
We're almost free.
Sorry for the delay, but like I said, I had to talk with customer service and supposedly everything is cleared up and everything will be delivered. Supposedly. No guarantees, but they've assured me everything will be fine. All the information is now updated and correct and everything. Okay. Well, they had the information to begin with. So I don't know why they couldn't deliver it the first time, but whatever you say. You know, it's what they say. They schmooze you on the phone. Okay.
Who fucking cares?
Oh, there we go. Turn the effect on, because I actually don't have the effect on. There we go. Good. Okay, folks, it's time for some Blueprints. Where's my... Oh, I didn't bring the controller. Hold on.
Dumbass.
They sit here and they sneak this and they say underhanded things. They try to literally bring up either detractor memes or literal drama shit every day. They do it on purpose.
What the heck?
They can try to derail the shit that I'm doing on my streams, you know? And
all right.
it just gets to the point where it's so frustrating.
Now I think we're good to go.
Thank God.
All right, folks, let's jump into more Blueprints puzzling action, shall we? And in fact, I probably got to go get my notepad again, to be honest. So we'll have the ability to take notes on some of these endgame puzzles we're trying to solve. And please support Blueprints today. This is sadly the only stream of the game I can do this week, as much as I like it, because we have the Switch 2 launch, and then we have Summer Game Fest. It really eats up my time, so we're going to have less time to game than I would like. So it is what it is, okay? Let me go get my pad and paper. I accidentally hit start, which I wasn't even ready for. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. It's Blueprints, day 36.
Oh, looks like it's recording. Guys, that brings an end to the fucking bingo. One of the worst podcasts that Phil has probably ever fucking done. It is over. We had 2 free spaces.
Burger.
But didn't they
5
win?
in a row.
That's concerning.
It is what it is, but I'm just fucking happy it's over. I'm just, Jesus Christ, that was fucking awful. We need otters. That was just diabolical, you know? Like, there's a couple of good things to be gained from today's thing. For example, we had a couple of nice derails, you know? I got to show off that alcohol montage, alcoholism montage, you know? So there we go. But yeah, guys, I'm calling it there, guys. Thank you very much for joining me for some robust bingo antics today. We couldn't get a Phil house today. We'll try again tomorrow. Hopefully Phil won't be such a boring fucking dick tomorrow as he was today. That was just... I feel like that was like I feel like Guantanamo Bay visitors are treated better than that, you know? I don't know, that was just diabolical from Phil. The funny part is he's going to upload that today and think to himself, wow, what a meaningful day of content. Just, God help anyone if I can endure that shit again. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap up as I said, you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll back tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll shall return for some more bingo antics. Thank you very much for joining me for some robust bingo antics and all that jazz. And yeah, I'm going to end how it always ends, by putting notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. But until tomorrow, guys, hope you all enjoy the rest of your Monday. Thank God it's all over, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.